and welcome to Roswell for Lovington basketball tonight, a doubleheader. First up, the Lady Cats, followed by the Wildcats, and we are here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and we're getting ready for the second district game for our teams, and both Lovington teams coming in at 0-1 tonight, having lost really heartbreakers against Artesia because they were both should have won games, really. I think that even the Lovington boys, had the capability, the opportunity. They just didn't take those opportunities. The Lovington girls came even closer. The Lovington girls come in against the Lady Rockets here, and we were just having a discussion. We think this is ground zero. We think the Roswell Goddard gym may be known as ground zero, or
I think it's ground zero.
Like that.
We couldn't decide if it was the launch pad or ground zero,
right.
but I'm pretty sure the baseball field is called the launch pad.
All right. So
they are the Rockets. So.
That's right. And so we are here as both of these teams, actually, the Lady Cats and the Lady Rockets, come in at 0-1 in district. Roswell Goddard is coming off of a loss against Portales, 40-54. And, of course, your Lady Cats are coming in with that just 4-point loss, 37-41 against Artesia at home on Friday night. So looking for a better game. The Lady Cats in that one, TJ, they had too many turnovers, although Artesia had a lot more turnovers than you would expect for an Artesia team. But too many turnovers for Lovington. They had cold shooting. They were played by cold shooting and some inconsistent play, and had a very slow, low-scoring first quarter and third quarter, and those really made the difference. They came back in the fourth quarter, tried to win that game, and just didn't have enough in the tank, didn't have the juice, were not getting shots to fall. That wasn't for lack of trying, and they had some good offensive production and some good rebounding in that game. But that game, in that one, Ashlyn Barunda led with 11 points, and she fouled out of that game as well. She got two fouls on her in that first half, and it just went on to be. It was a lot more fouls were called in that second half than in the first. She also, though she did have 4 steals and a couple of trays in that game. And in that game as well, Aubrey Aranda had 9 points, and they all came off of 3-pointers. So her 3-point shooting was good. And Malaya Castro had 7 points, one of them a tray. Abigail Schaus had 6 points in that game, 11 rebounds as well, and she went 2 of 2 at the line. So there were some things that the Lovington girls did well in that game, just not quite well enough to beat Artesia on Tuesday. So they come into this one at 0-1, but they're looking at the Lady Rockets, who are ranked behind them right now in state in NM4A. Goddard ranked number 9, and Lovington ranked number 8 in New Mexico 4A. So they're looking at this as another opportunity, and they really need to win this game and to beat this team, TJ.
Well, they do. Well, you already mentioned it. NMAA Max Preps Matrix, Lovington at number 8. Goddard at number 9. Going to be very important to get that win. You need to get a little separation, because you know what the difference between 8 and 9 is come Selection Sunday? Home game, road game.
That's right.
That's the difference. If you're 8, you play at home. If you're 9, you're on the road.
And so, chances are you're not at a close place.
Yeah,
chances are you're traveling a long ways.
Unless you wind up playing each other, because the 8 plays the 9. But
it's
still,
true,
you would much rather be at home for those games. You know, you mentioned Lovington kind of getting off to a slow start and then having a bad quarter. That's kind of been their modus operandi all year. Now, they haven't often had 2 quarters that are bad, but a lot of times they'll have 1 quarter where it just seems like they kind of go to sleep, where nothing will fall, where nothing will work right. When they have gotten into those situations, those are the games that they've lost. When they've managed to put full games together, those are the games that they've won.
And
now then, if you're playing a lower division team, like we saw them with a little bit slow quarter against Jowl, well, it's a little different when you're playing a mid-ranked 2A team as opposed to a top 10 4A team. You cannot afford to have that letdown, because you're probably not going to be far enough up to afford that letdown.
That's right, and Goddard comes in at 12-9 overall. Lovington is 12-8. They have very similar records. These are 2 teams that look pretty similar on paper. The key tonight for Lovington is to be better than, and the pressure is really on them, because they don't want to end up, they really don't want to be 3rd or 4th in district. They want to move forward, even though this is the toughest 4A district in the state, and often it will be 3 teams out of this district that moves on into the playoffs. depending on record. Still, they want to control their own destiny a little more than that. And the only way to do that is get wins. And what you want to do is get wins against opponents that certainly look beatable on paper. And if they came so close to beating Artesia, then they should win this game tonight. But right now, would and should you want to turn those into can and do by the end of this game.
Well, you do, and I would say on paper, this is one of those 50-50 games.
Yeah, it's very close.
If you win the games you're supposed to, you need to pick off a couple that maybe you're not supposed to.
Right.
And in the 50-50 games, you probably need to win 75-80% of them. So that's what Lovington is looking at tonight, and that's probably about what they've done this year. They've won most of those games that they were supposed to. Some of those maybe not supposed to's. The Academy win in the Poe Court tournament. Yeah, that's probably one of them they shouldn't have gotten, so there's one right there. But the 50-50 games, that may be where they need to pick things up a little bit. Going to need a big night tonight. You were talking about Barunda earlier.
Right.
16.3 points. She leads the team in scoring this season.
Right.
And Lovington actually has 3 girls in double digits. They've got Malaya Castro at just under 14 points and Abigail Schaus just under 10 points per season. They need
per game.
Per game.
Yeah.
Right. They need those girls to step up, but they're going to need to find a 4th consistent scoring option. Aubrey Aranda averaging nearly 9 points a game. Carly Knapp averaging 6.5, and they can pour it in at times, but they need to go ahead and find one of those girls to see who's going to step up. As long as one of them does and the other 3 are on, that spreads out the floor. It gives them more options and more opportunities. But if even one of them is off, well, then we got a little problem tonight.
That's true, because, Lovington is not that deep in terms of bench, in terms of players and roster. So everybody, it really puts the pressure on. Everybody has really got to be on. You don't have much room for someone to be cold shooting and have a bit of an off night. And there are no games anymore to waste or to build on. It's all counters now. You've got to try to win every game that you can, and there's no way around that. And so pressure's on. It's time to step up. They've got to bring that experience to bear, the experience of being so close but not quite managing to get across the finish line, in the winners column. In some of these games that they know they could have won, they've got to get over that and remember what it's like to come from behind, because they're good at that. They're a team that knows they might get down, but they're not out. They know how to come back, that they aren't always able to get over that and finish that, and that's what they're going to have to do tonight if it's close against Goddard, and it may very well be. As we said, they're well matched on paper. They're similar teams, similar records, and the thing is, Goddard definitely has a deeper roster. And they have a ton of juniors on this team.
I think they have one sophomore, one senior, and that's it. The rest of them juniors.
And a freshman, and the rest are juniors. And, man, this is a team that's really going to be, very light next year if they don't have a lot of JV talent coming up. But this year, right now, juniors, that's a pretty good amount of experience and leadership out on the floor. And right now, the big guns to really watch out for, Aubrey Bolanos leads the team in points, 10.8 per average. Natalie Hardwick leads in rebounds at 10.8 average per game. She leads in blocks and field goal percentage as well. And leading in assists is Jasmine DeLeon at 2.4 per game.
Well, and you have to keep your eye on DeLeon too, because she's also averaging exactly 10 points a game. And so she's a girl that you potentially, have to keep an eye on when you're moving back on defense.
Because she's as liable to take the shot and make it as she is to pass it off, and pass it off as she's leading the team with assists. So that a lot to watch out for, a lot to work on, and I'm sure the Lady Cats have watched game film and are looking and think they know exactly what they need to do tonight. So Chief Ridgeforth, really, I think this Lovington team, hats off. They've come so far in the last 3 years. Look at their level of play. I'm not talking about talent, just their results, their level of play. Their basketball IQ has improved overall, and just the level of play, their competitiveness, and their records, the one-loss record. They've come so far in the last 3 seasons, especially the last 2, and it's really hard work, dedication by this core of girls, and Chief Ridgeforth and his coaching staff to be commended. They're making, I think, the most of what they've got. And if they would just be able to get everything, firing and be as consistent as they could be, they're capable of very good things.
Well, they certainly are, and did notice when I was going over stuff this afternoon back at the office, Chief has brought up a couple of reinforcements with the 8th grade junior high middle school season being over.
Yes,
he brings up Leslie Corral and Zoe Blackwell, both of them 8th graders, and that's going to help deepen the bench just a little bit. It's going to get some younger girls some time, too. And you mentioned the other night against Artesia where Ashton Barunda fouled out. Well, and they had a couple other girls with some foul trouble.
3 and 4 fouls on
them.
So
when you've only got 7, 8 girls on the bench at any, or on the whole roster at any given
scary.
time, it is somewhat scary, and that can lead to problems. So going a little bit deeper here as we get ready for the national anthem and the introductions.
We will take a break and let you enjoy listening to our great sponsors. You'll see their logos on the screen as well. So take a moment to appreciate those sponsors. Know they're stepping up, putting their money where their mouth is, and supporting Lovington athletics. And of course, it's always worthwhile to go and visit those businesses, support those businesses who are supporting the team. So let's take a break. Be back in just a few minutes with a tip-off of Lady Wildcat basketball from Roswell on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Welcome back to Roswell for Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. We have introduction of players going on, so let's roll down the rosters for your Goddard High School Lady Rockets. Number 1 is Jasmine De Leon. Number 3 is Aubrey Bolanos. 4 is Sofia Arroyo Begueria. 10 is Natalie Hardwick. Number 11 is Aubrey Escobar. 14 is Olivia Rossau. 15 is Andrea Ledesma. 20 is Kiana Thomas. 21 is Julissa Duran. 23 is Addison Harrell. 24 is Carmen Grado. 32 is Lauren Medrano. And 34 is Faith Perez. And for your Lady Cats, as the lights go down, and I struggle to see our roster. I should know it by heart now anyway. Number 3 is Paisha Gonzalez. Number 4 is Carly Knapp. 5 is Aubrey Aranda. 10 is Braylon Hernandez. 12 is Malaya Castro. 14 is Ashlyn Barunda. 22 is Leslie Corral. 23 is Zoe Blackwell. 24 is Jabri Rios. And 42 is Abigail Schaus. Your starters for Lovington are Knapp, Aranda, Castro, Barunda, and Schaus. And your Lady Rockets are being introduced on the floor now with the whole, and they're done. I figured this would go on another 5 minutes or so.
I didn't know we were at the Staples Center in L.A., the old Fabulous Forum. kind of thing going on here.
But let's see. And the starting 5 for Goddard will be.
I believe it's going to be Jasmine De Leon, Aubrey Bolanos, Kiuna Thomas, Addison Harrell, and Carmen Grotto. I believe that was the 5 that they announced they were going to have out there.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And as the Lovington girls, man, they look really ready. They were first on the floor. They were first, to warm up. They're first to get in position for the tip-off, and it's going to put
Hardwick out there.
Okay, so they're going to put Schaus up in the circle, and it's going to be Hardwick instead of Grotto, I think.
Yeah, I think that may be right.
I think that is right, instead of Grotto. And the tip goes to Lovington. As Schaus gets it to Brunda, she rolls over, puts it up and in.
And
First 2 points to Malaya. Sorry about that. First 2 points are in for Lovington. 2-0 lead, and Goddard still trapped up in the backcourt. Good defense by Lovington. Knocked away by Knapp. First turnover for Goddard. Knapp's got it. She passes it to Aranda, and Aranda from the right up and in with an assist and a steal by Knapp. Incredible, and 4 points unanswered. A quick start for Lovington, and Goddard wants a timeout to talk about it. It's just a 30-second timeout, and so we'll keep it right here with 7.5 minutes left to play. I mean, we haven't even actually played, even 30 seconds of this game yet. Lovington, wow, but this is a great quick start that they need, TJ.
Well, it is, and couldn't have gone any better normally. And I've got to think that Coach Chris Roybal said, whoa, okay, this isn't quite what we were expecting. Lovington coming out with energy and playing very well, winning the tip. A good couple of passes, and it would be a 2-assister if this was hockey. Only 1 assist.
Right.
In this case goes from Barunda to Castro, but Lovington coming out hot and then getting the steal using that full court man press.
So out of the timeout, Goddard's ball. They'll come across. They're still in the backcourt, moving it across, and now that is Harrell throwing it over to Thomas. It goes out of bounds, but last touched by Lovington. So good tight defense. Lovington again looking very focused, very energetic, as you said. I like the look. I like the play so far. Let's see what Goddard does against them. A shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's controlled by Barunda. Going to get it to Castro. Castro passes it off to Aranda, and Aranda pops a tray from the left wing and puts Lovington up 7-0 with 7 minutes left in the first. Goddard still in the backcourt. Now finally moving it across. That's Harrell getting double teamed, almost stolen away by Castro. Now the pass in the lane intended for Hardwick goes out of bounds and should be last touch. Even though Lovington came up and
I think
bumped
Schaus
it up.
got the hand on it last,
All right, so it will be Goddard basketball. And actually, we've got a sub coming in as 23. Harrell will go out, and Grotto comes in, and it will be Grotto to inbound, looking for someone open. Finally gets it back to the right wing. Then they get it back to Grotto. Thinks about the 3. She's not open. Good defense by Lovington. They pass it up, and they get it out on the right wing. They find Bolanos open. Her shot's no good. Roswell with the rebound and the putback no good. And I think Aranda with the rebound. And coming down, that is Hardwick losing the handle. Oh, Hardwick actually forcing the turnover. And then it's turned back over under the basket.
Actually, it was a rebound by Schaus.
And now Lovington with the ball, going to get over, and Aranda pulls up, tries a jump shot, no good. The rebound by Barunda, the putback, no good, but she's fouled, so she's got a couple of rebounds in the game already.
Good job by Barunda.
And they're going to call that foul. I believe that is going to be on number 14.
Actually, it'll be on
nope,
number 3.
It's going to be on 3, Bolanos, yeah. So first foul on her, and Barunda going to the line. First one is up and good. Her first point in the game puts Lovington up 8-0. And second one is up, and that one in and out, but Schaus fighting for the rebound, but I think they're going to call a foul. Nope, they're going to call her for the foul.
Yeah, they're going to get her going over the back on Thomas.
And getting her on the elbow, actually, is what the ref indicated. So first foul on Schaus, it'll be on the floor, and they'll give it to Goddard. Goddard will inbound, got to go all the way down. Pass down to Hardwick. She moves it, gets it into Thomas. Thomas puts it up and in. So finally, Roswell is on the board, 8-2. Lovington leading. And it'll be Aranda to run the point, get it back over to Castro. Castro crosses midcourt over to the left side, over to Aranda, passing into Barunda in the lane, tries to put up a shot, no good, but she ends up with the spin move and gets it back, gives it Schaus, gets the rebound. Her putback no good, and then the rebound is for Goddard.
Pulling it down and just in the right spot.
3 looks at the basket, and none of them falling for Lovington. Not a good, hopefully it doesn't start a trend. They can't take too much of that. And Bolanos looking for the 3. It rattles in and out. Schaus at the rebound. I believe that's her second.
Third.
And gets it down. Knapp brings it down, gives it off to Aranda, and Aranda, her second tray of the game there from the left wing, makes it 11-2.
8 points in the first 3 minutes for Aranda. Nice job going to start.
5 minutes left here in the first. Goddard finally moving across the timeline. De Leon over to Grado. Grado passes it off, then gets it right back, and from the top of the arc, tries to put it in. Another in and out, no good, and Aranda with the rebound. Passes all the way off to Knapp. Knapp to Barunda. Barunda pulls up, tries the 3. No good. Fight for the rebound, and that's Thomas with it. Brings it down. Goddard coming down this end of the court. That was Grotto running the point. Gives it off to Bolano. She tries another tray. It doesn't fall. Fight for the rebound. The putback no good. And then rebound by Schaus, who fights for it and keeps it. No foul by Thomas on her. And Aranda running the point. Over on the left, leaves it off for Knapp. She'll cycle. Leave it off for Castro. Castro's going to pull back midcourt. Good defensive pressure on her by Bolanos. Leaves it off for Knapp. Knapp now drives straight in the lane, then passes out to Barunda. Barunda tries to pop it. It was deflected a bit, and it's short, and that's Thomas with another rebound. So a couple of empty possessions for Lovington. Now Roswell, Goddard with a chance to get closer. Hardwick passing. They pass it all the way around, find De Leon in the right corner, but good tight defense by Lovington. No clear shot. Finally, from the lane, a shot up by Grotto. No good, and the Grotto gets her own rebound, and the putback is good. So 11-4 now, and Goddard starting to eat into this. Lovington can't afford empty possessions. They get it to Barunda. She drives in the lane, puts it up and in from the left, puts them back up. 13-4 now. Nice work as Barunda has 3 points in the game. And stolen away. Castro got it. And passes to Knapp. Knapp back to Castro. Beautiful give and go. And Castro's shot no good. And they're going to call the charge on her?
Call the travel.
Yeah, the travel. All right then.
So third turnover for
better.
Lovington.
Yeah, third turnover for them, but better than the foul. But Castro knew it, and she just she was disappointed. But again, lost opportunity there. Lovington right now with 9 points up. You don't cry too much, but you do look at those opportunities that are missed and empty possessions later on. And if the game is close or it's no good. And a shot up from the left by Harrell is good. Not in three-point range, but it does cut the lead down to 7 for Lovington. Coming back the other way. A fast break. Barunda with the ball. Puts it up from the right. She passed it off. Castro put it up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Goddard will control that. Bolanos has it, passes off to Grotto. Grotto tries the 3. It's an air ball, and coming down with it is Barunda, her 3rd rebound.
4th.
And Castro coming down all the way, tries to put it up, no good. Luckily, there for the rebound and the putback, Jabri Rios, and she draws the foul. Nice work by Jabri, who came in the game. I didn't even notice that she had come into the game just within this last minute, and makes it 15-6 now, and she goes to the line, and they are going to call that one on Grotto. And Grotto, let's see, coming in, Harrell comes back in for Goddard, and Grotto will go out, and Bolanos is in as well. In the blocks for Goddard, though, it's Thomas and Hardwick, and at the line, it's Jabri Rios. She makes it a three-pointer the old-fashioned way, puts Lovington up 16-6, and a 10-point lead for them. That should be 16.
I think they called a lane violation.
Oh, they did.
Lovington.
I see. Okay. So, lane violation puts it. Nope. Now they put it back.
Now they put it back.
They put
okay.
it. Okay.
They're messing up my scorebook.
Goddard passing around outside the arc. De Leon trying to get free. They pass it to Hardwick in the lane. She puts up a shot, no good, and Bolanos with the rebound. Now they pass it around. Bolanos drives the lane, then gets it back to De Leon. De Leon getting worked on by Paisha Gonzalez. Pretty good. Oh, no,
Actually,
that's
Corral.
Blackwell. And a shot up, no good. In and out fight for the rebound. Thomas has got it. Now get it back to Blano. She tries the three, no good. And getting the rebound right in front of the basket is Hardwick, her second. But then she gets, are they going to call the bump foul behind her? And they're going to call that on Braylon Hernandez. That's her first foul. It is going to be at Hardwick at the line. So I think that was actually number 23 that I saw is 22, Corral and not Blackwell?
Correct.
Okay.
As missing the first is
Right.
Hardwick.
And so she will have another try at that. 16-6, still 10-point lead. A minute 37 left in this first quarter. Lovington leading. Second one, no good. Schaus skying for the rebound. And a good opportunity for Lovington on this possession to try to increase that lead. 10 points sounds like a lot, but against Goddard, against any team, you want as much as cushion as you can. A shot up, no good. Schaus with the rebound. Her putback, no good. And then it's Bolanos with the rebound. As Roswell brings it down, Goddard's De Leon has it. Working it out. They find Bolanos in the right corner, and then she traveled. Yes, she thought about the three and then changed her mind and was going to pass to Thomas. And almost any time you travel, it's because you change your mind. Your body is ready. You think of something, and your body starts forward. You change your mind, and poof, there it is. So turnover for Goddard. Give it to Lovington. Just a little over a minute left to play in the first. Knapp's got it off the inbound. Gets it to Schaus. Schaus back to Knapp. Knapp now over to Corral. Corral into Schaus. Schaus had moved to post up, and she gets it, and then she gets fouled. I think they're going to call that on Thomas.
Yeah, they will. It's on the floor,
Thomas,
though, so third team foul.
It is on Thomas, though. And it's on the floor. The inbound goes to Schaus. Schaus, no room. She gets bumped, and no foul. And so Goddard takes it, and then up and in is Harrell. Should have been a foul called, I do think.
Yeah, Schaus got caught in the Goddard sandwich,
and
she got
didn't
hit by
move.
two girls.
Yeah, she didn't move her feet at all and got toppled over. And then a quick turnover by Lovington as Goddard's got it, a steal and a pass underneath the lane. Shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Lovington had it temporarily, then lost the handle on the ground. Bolanos came up with it and shot up and in. And now 16-10. Goddard eating away into this. A three-point attempt up by Malaya Castro.
Corral.
Wow. Oh, no, from Corral, not 12. It was 22. Yeah, Corral with a nice three-point shot there. And, wow, you just look at that and think, that's nice. As Corral's one of the JV girls who has come up.
And
on the eighth grader, not even JV. Eighth grader, so an eighth grader not playing JV at all?
Nope, playing at the middle school. And then
wow, okay.
Chief seeing enough, I guess, to pull her up
incredible
on the varsity squad.
Right, yeah, I just thought the eighth graders. I
Her
knew
and
they were
Blackwell
eighth
both.
graders, but I thought they were playing on the JV or had been playing on JV. Wow. So 19-10 your score. Back in action here. The timeouts. Just a few seconds left. Goddard with a look from the left corner. And it's good as De Leon pops a tray and right at the buzzer closes the lead and makes it a 19-13 game at the end of the first quarter, but Lovington is up and leading. We had a very fast-paced, kind of high-scoring first quarter as we'll be back with the second one and get it underway in just about 30 seconds right here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to Roswell Goddard for Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and at the end of the first quarter, a fast and furious one 19-13. And actually, Lovington led as many as 10 points in that first quarter before Goddard closed it back up right at the buzzer on a 3-point shot by De Leon. 19-13 is your score. Lovington with a 6-point lead as we start the second quarter. And it will be Goddard to inbound the basketball. That's going to be Grado into Bolanos. Immediately double teamed, but Goddard gets free, passing over to De Leon in the left corner. She pulls the trigger on the three. It does not fall. It is touched by Aranda.
Nope,
it goes.
she kept
she
her
did.
hand off
She kept
of
her
it.
hand off of it. I thought she had touched it, but it bounced out of bounds. So it will be Lovington basketball. Nice. And a pass down court very quickly. Barunda trying to move her shot up, no good. Schaus with the rebound and put back, no good. Gets her own rebound, the put back, no good. But the rebound kicks out. And finally, 4 looks at the basket there. Lovington, another empty possession. But still, 6-point lead against Goddard. But they want to try to force a turnover, not allow Goddard to shave it any closer. There's a 3-point attempt from the right corner by Grado, no good, and that is Barunda for the rebound. Passes off to Aranda, now to Castro on the right wing, then over to Aranda in the right corner, but she's got Goddard in her face. She passes to Barunda. Barunda drives the lane, puts it up off the glass, up, not in, but she draws the foul.
Nice job by Lovington. They've been very aggressive here early as they pull that one on Thomas. That'll be her second personal. First team foul on Goddard. And Barunda about 68% from the line, so usually pretty consistent.
Up and in. Nice work by Barunda. She'll have a chance and another one. 20-13 now as Thomas goes out, and 30, I think Medrano or Perez went in. I think it's 34. It's Perez. And that one up and good as well. So 2 makes by Barunda. Nice work at the free throw line. Goddard's ball in the backcourt. Now they move it up as the pass goes in. They were in a zone where I couldn't see underneath this table, but that was Harrell with her 6-point, putting it up and in. Lovington with the ball still in the backcourt. Aranda gets it up to Castro. Castro on the right side, trying to pass into Schaus, who had posted up under the basket. It's knocked away by Goddard.
6 turnover, and Abigail's not happy. She thought that Perez had probably bumped into her again to get position, and no call.
That's Grado, who passes off to Bolanos. Bolanos now up to De Leon. De Leon's going to drive in on the right. No place to go. Knapp almost steals. It's knocked away. Castro going to dive for it,
and
fight for it, and she does get it. So I had to look underneath the table. She gets it to Knapp. Knapp, point-blank layup, no good. But right there with Barunda was right there for the rebound, and her putback is good. 23-13, back to a 10 or 23-15 rather, and an 8-point lead for Lovington. As Goddard with the ball, that's De Leon. De Leon getting guarded by Knapp. Oh, coming up, bumping from behind is Perez. Perez was going to muscle in, and she got a little too close. So
yeah, they call the offensive foul. So that'll be the 5th turnover on Goddard. Lovington gets it back as Schaus heads to the bench.
And Lovington will have it in front of their own bench. I believe it's going to be Aranda.
And that's not good as Schaus.
No, Schaus hobbling just a little bit, and
she's
looked like
she's
She took a tumble during the game in Artesia and came up limping a little bit. She finished the game and played the game, but Castro's got the ball, working it around the outside, the right side, getting worked on hard by Grado. Grado over to Knapp, or rather Malaya Castro over to Knapp. A timeout is called by Chief Bridgeforth, so we will see if it's going to be a 30 or a 60. It is a full timeout, so we'll take it and be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside, causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball from Roswell. Goddard out of the Lovington timeout. Your score is 23-15 here deep into the second quarter. In fact, I noticed that the boys had come out of the locker room. They'll use halftime of the girls' game to warm up, and then the boys' game will follow this one. And we have had a very interesting game. It's starting to get a lot more physical now as we get into this second quarter. 23-15. Chief Bridgeforth talking, I think regrouping, as Abigail Schaus, a starter, limping off to the training room or possibly the locker. But Lovington coming out of the timeout looking pretty good. Castro passes into Barunda. Barunda the lame, trying to put it up and in, and she gets fouled. No room to go. And are they going to call that on Perez?
They're actually going to get that on number 10, Natalie Hardwick.
All right,
Barunda doing a nice job as she leaned in. She found a little room, and she put the shot up. She knew she was probably not going to make it from that angle, but got the foul.
And first one is up and good. That's 1, 2, 3. That's the 4th point at the line in this game for Barunda.
9 points overall.
Makes it 24-15. Second one up and good as well.
Now 9 points overall.
That's right. And 25-15, a 10-point lead for Lovington with 5 minutes left to play here in this second quarter. And a takeaway is Knapp looking good. She kind of pushes it back, and Aranda picks it up, but Knapp with a steal, forcing a turnover. Now the pass into Aranda. Aranda at the line, and I think she was in three-point range. I think she was outside the arc, so that's her second tray of the game.
Third, and she's got 11 in the game now.
Oh, well, it is her third. I've written down all of them, yeah, and she has 9 points by threes and then a basket to go with it. Goddard coming back the other way, looking for room. Good defensive pressure by Lovington, but they do find Hardwick alone in the lane. She puts up a shot, no good, and it's going to be Barunda with the rebound. She's been very physical. I like her.
And then
She's
Perez
really
just mugs her from behind.
And so she gets fouled. But I tell you what, Barunda has been really aggressive and has really fought for her space on the court and have been very,
with that
very
foul,
good.
It's a good news, because on the next foul, Lovington will be in the bonus, and since Goddard has picked up the physicality, Lovington is a team that's shooting 65% from the line. They can do some damage there.
Yeah, already. I mean, they're up 28-15, but they could certainly stretch that out by virtue of free throws as they pass around the arc, and they find Aranda alone in the right corner, and she pops her 4th tray of the game, makes it 31-15, and perimeter shooting is red hot for Lovington right now, and they need that, especially if they end up without Schaus in the game. We hope that she'll come back soon. And a fight for the ball up, no good. Hardwick touches it, and it goes out of bounds. And she is actually going to call the foul.
Over the back.
I know it went out of bounds, but it was after the foul was called, and Rios with their first foul called on her. Goddard inbounds, passes it around. A 3-point shot by Bolanos from the left wing, nothing but net. And that makes it 31-18. And Lovington with the ball. Knapp leaves it off for Aranda. Back to Knapp. She drives to the left and was going to try to put up a shot, but I think they call her for the charge.
Actually, they're
going to call
a block away from the foul.
Yeah, away
on
from the
Jabry.
ball. So that's going to turn the ball over to Goddard, and Jabry Rios with 2 fouls on her.
And
Goddard.
2 quick ones.
And Goddard will inbound. Grado leaves it off for Bolanos, who will run the point right straight up center of the court. Passes to Thomas. Thomas over to Grado in the right corner. Grado bounce pass to Bolanos. Bolanos getting worked on by Aranda. Good defense by Lovington, keeping Goddard out of the paint so far. Now the pass to Thomas. Thomas leaves it off for Bolanos. Bolanos drives in. Across the baseline, all the way over, leaves it off for Grado. Grado now going to cycle it back around to De Leon. De Leon with Knapp in front of her, no room, and then they guard Grado. The ball knocked away, and is it going to end up? Yes, it's going to end up by Malaya Castro. A nice forced turnover. Castro keeps it and leaves it off her. gets the pass back. Shot up, no good. A fight for the rebound. It's knocked away by Goddard, but fighting for it on the floor. Knapp off of a tip by Barunda, and I think they're going to call jump ball back when Knapp was on the floor fighting for it before she was able to pass it up.
Yeah, bad scramble, but Carly doing a nice job.
Very nice.
I thought she actually probably got fouled by De Leon. They decided jump ball instead.
And the arrow goes the way of Lovington, so Amelia Castro will inbound.
And checking back in are Corral and Abigail Schaus back out there.
Good to see her come back. As the inbound to Aranda, then to Castro. Castro leaves it off for Aranda. The pass into Schaus, who posted up. She puts it up and in. So first 2 points for Schaus in the game. Makes it 33. Nice work. And an assist by Castro on that. Goddard with the ball. That is Bolanos running the point. And then gives it to De Leon. And De Leon alone in the right wing. All by herself, she makes Lovington pay as she pops a tray. 31-20, 33-21 now. Coming the other way with the ball, Lovington, and that was number 22, Corral. She has a little trouble corralling the ball and almost losing it, has to try to pass it back.
Fortunately, De Leon touching it last for Roswell.
And so it stays Lovington basketball. That is Corral getting the pass. Fighting for it, driving in, trying to put up a shot. It hits the backboard, glances off, a fight for the rebound. Schaus had a hand on it, but Roswell Goddard rips it away, and that's Bolanos picking it up, then loses a handle on it. Aranda with good defense, and she was trying to steal that ball, ends up on the ground, and I think they call a tie ball. I think the arrow will go the way of Goddard this time, though. It was Lovington's last time. But good defense, to
good
kind
hustle
of
to get back.
It was good defense, good transition there for Lovington. A quick one. The inbound goes to the left corner, a 3-ball on the way, no good, and that's going to be Corral with the rebound. She's having a very nice game for her first game to be played at the varsity level, and a pass in the lane in front of the basket. Schaus had posted up, put 2 more in off of that pass. By, I believe it was Corral.
It was Corral, so she gets the assist. Nice job.
And 35-21, the score is Lovington starting to really stretch the lead out. Goddard not going away there. A 3-ball attempt is an air ball, and Schaus brings down the rebound again. Gets it to Corral. She pulls up, passes off to Aranda. Aranda into Schaus again, who had posted up, winning that battle against Thomas. That's 3 one-on-ones against Thomas that she has won, able to put the ball up and in. Schaus has 6 points in the game. And Goddard coming the other way, stopping, just at the top of the arc. A beautiful shot by Bolanos. It's her second tray, and she gets Roswell Goddard up to 24 points now. Lovington with the ball again. Schaus just a little outside the post. She was posting up and near it. Ball no good. The attempt by Lovington, also an air ball controlled by Goddard, and then tipped away and stolen by Corral, whose layup does not work, but coming behind her with the rebound and the putback is Barunda. Nice work, good teamwork as Lovington's playing heads up team ball. And a swat. They're going to call Schaus for the foul, as coming the other way quickly was Hardwick, as Roswell Goddard actually made a good transition from one end of the court to the other, and a quick one. And Schaus was, I like the fact that I like how aggressive, though. I like Lovington is playing a more physical, aggressive style game, and you're gonna break some eggs when you make omelets. So Schaus called for the foul, her second, and going to the line is Hardwick. Her first one up, no good. It bounces away. 39-24 your score here. Lovington leading with
and it's good
just
to
2 seconds left in this second quarter.
It's good to see the aggression, but you have to keep it under control.
Very true. And her second one up and in, so 39-25, and the last second buzzer shot is no good. So we go to halftime, and Lovington leading this one 39-25, and we will be back with the halftime report and more Lady Cat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
And welcome back to more Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And we are here at Roswell Goddard, where at halftime your Lovington girls are leading this game 39-25. They led at the end of the first 19-13. And here is how we got here at halftime. For Goddard, your leading scorer right now, they're a very balanced scoring, but your leading scorer right now is 8 points for Aubrey Bolanos, 2 of those 3-pointers. And then you also have 6 points from Jasmine De Leon, both of them 3-pointers. Then you have Thomas. Then you have Harrell with 6 points. You've got Thomas with 2 points, 4 rebounds. Grotto with 2 points, 2 rebounds. You have Hardwick with 1.5 rebounds. And that is the scoring for Goddard. They turn over the ball 8 times in that first half, and they go 1 of 2 at the line. For Lovington, Your leading scorer right now is Ashlyn Barunda with 11 points. She's got 8 rebounds to go with that, 1 assist, 1 steal. Then you 14, Aubrey Aranda has 14 points and 2 rebounds. She is actually your leading scorer, but 14 points, 2 rebounds for her. The 11 points and 8 rebounds for Barunda. With you've also got Abigail Schaus with 6 points, 9 rebounds, so good on the boards for her. You've got Leslie Corral with 3 points, a rebound, and an assist. You got Jabri Rios with 3 points and a rebound, and you got Carly Knapp with 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and an assist. Malaya Castro with 2 points and an assist. Lovington turns the ball over only 6 times, compared to, I believe, 22 turnovers against Artesia just a few nights ago. That's a good showing against Goddard here, with Goddard turning over the ball 8 times. Lovington at the line. Barunda is a perfect 5 for 5 at the line. 5 of 6, sorry. Yeah, there was one miss. You're right. My M looks like another letter. So, yeah, it is. She goes 5 of 6. Still a very good showing, and nice work from her, because she's working it all. She's working the boards. She's working, the 2-pointers. She's working and 5 points, assisting from the free throw line. So, good work. But Lovington doing a nice work from the perimeter as well, with 4 trays by Aranda and a 3-pointer from Corral, and nice work. So, and then Abigail Schaus, rebounding, and she leads all rebounders in the game as well. So here we are, 39-25, Lovington up by 14 points at the half. What do you think about the first half, TJ?
Well, I think Lovington came out and did exactly what they wanted to do, and I think that's probably about how they drew it up. They weren't quite ready when Goddard turned up the pressure at the end of the first quarter. I'm a little bit surprised that Chris Roybal didn't keep that up, because they went on a little 10-2 spurt there, and that got them back to within 6 at one point when we started the second quarter. But then he backed them off for just a couple of minutes. Lovington came out, got a couple of quick buckets, and then instead of going to more up-tempo and pressure, which had gotten him right back in the contest, he decided to go physicality and physical ball, and Lovington just took advantage of that. They took advantage from the free throw line, and they took advantage of being able, girls maybe being a little aggressive, trying to get to the Lovington ball handlers, and then finding a way to take it to the rack. Yep. So, Lovington is going to have to be aware, and, the Goddard coaches are not stupid. They're not dumb. They're going to see, hey, wait a minute. When we went physical, Lovington stretched it out to 14. When we went fast, we got it back to 6.
Yeah, Lovington outscoring them, of course, in the first 19-13, but then in the second, Lovington outscored them 20 points to 12 points. So, it was a better second quarter for Lovington than it was that first, but Lovington had their foot on the gas even in the first quarter and had them down 19-10, and it was that three ball at the buzzer, that shaved it down to just 6 points for Lovington lead after that first quarter. So, yes, it's going to be an interesting second half. Lovington's going to have to continue to do what they've been doing and doing well, and keep those turnovers to a minimum, and not have empty possessions. I know that's something Chief Ridgeworth said after. He made mention about that after the game against Artesia on Tuesday, that in addition to the turnovers, it was their cold shooting, in other words. It was cold shooting, empty possessions that really, really sealed their fate with they lost that game only by 4 points. So here they have a much bigger lead into half, and they are looking to hang on to that and to try to go up 13-8 on the season and even up their district record at 1-1, because we're in this point now. We've started district season, and it's there is no room. You've got to try to win every game you can, and this is a good one for the Lovington girls to try to win.
Well, it is, and you mentioned winning every game you can. You've got all 4 teams in this district in the top 9, so very, very important. The team that loses this game does not control their own destiny anymore. The team that wins this game will. And so you've still got another game Friday night, which will end the first half. That's going to really tell the tale. But whoever is 0-2 instead of 1-1 is thinking, we're going to have to go on the
right.
road district tournament time.
And let's talk for just a second about Leslie Corral, number 22, the 8th grader that Chief Bridgeworth pulled up. Seeing her first game at the varsity level, she's showing up very well and doing very well in this game, especially for being so young and first varsity game. All right, so let's get this third quarter going as Lovington inbounds midcourt. Castro to Knapp to Barunda to Schaus. Schaus had posted up, beautiful, nice work in passing, just like clockwork. Love that.
And I like that Abigail seems, since she came back from being a little bit shaken
strong.
up, she seems to be playing strong and angry.
Yeah.
She's like the Hulk. You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
All right, Goddard passing the ball around themselves, trying a shot from the right side that doesn't fall, and Barunda fighting for the rebound and gets it. Going to take it all the way, coast to coast, put it up and in. Beautiful. Little left hook. And 2 more points. She's got 13 in the game. Nice work.
That's set up because they collapsed in thinking that they were going to throw it to Schaus. And Barunda just went, lane, I'll take it, thank you.
It was an open lane. She took it. Great look. A shot up from the top of the arc, no good. And Barunda brings down the rebound to Castro. Castro pulls up outside the arc, right side, gets it to Barunda. Barunda buries the tray from way downtown.
Double-double, by the way. She's got 16 points now to go along with 10 rebounds, and timeout Roswell.
Oh, definitely, and a good time for it because they're looking at Lovington coming out of halftime and scoring, a quick points here, 46-25. As they have scored 7 unanswered points, and Goddard has yet to put any points on the board in this second half. So we'll come back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball at Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to Roswell Goddard for Lady Wildcat basketball. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and out of the Goddard timeout, we are just a minute and 10 seconds into this third quarter, and Lovington came out and scored 7 unanswered points, just like that, TJ.
Well, very good job and very good movement. The Lovington Lady Cats keeping their foot on the gas. So let's see what they do now. Looks like they're going to drop back in a 2-3 zone defense, and they're going to let Roswell Goddard at least cross the timeline before they pick them up.
And that is going to be Bolanos running the point, passing it over to Harrell. Harrell gets it into Grotto in the left wing, then pass it back out to the top of the arc where Bolanos, De Leon, moves it, trying to pass it, and it goes out of bounds, but I think it is last touch by Lovington, pushing it out.
Get Schaus for the
they're going to get Schaus for a foul, a quick foul. That's 3 on her. So not good news.
That's the thing about playing angry. You have to also play smart.
And that is going to roll in, as that is De Leon at the line. That's her first trip to the line and her 7th point in the game. And what are they going to say? The ref is going to say, oh, okay, just the one shot. No lane violation?
They had to have called a violation somewhere.
Against Goddard, so give the ball to Lovington. They inbound. Knapp gets it up to Schaus. Schaus to Castro. Castro has to pull up, get a good defense by Bolanos. Now Castro's got to move it right back out. Getting worked on hard by Bolanos. And, they're going to call that 5-second violation on Lovington as Castro had moved back out towards center court. And, wow. So a turnover for Lovington, just their 7th in the game, though.
That's the first time I think I've seen that called, especially when the ball and the player were moving this year.
Nice hustle there. Schaus reaching out, trying to knock the ball away. She does, but Goddard gets it back. And they pass it. Oh, and then a nice block as that was up. I think that was Schaus who deflected that to block that. And then Nat brings the ball down and loses the handle on it, but then gets it back from Harrell, and then the teams trade turnovers again. So Hardwick has it, gets it back to De Leon, going to run the point. Wow. A lot of flurry for nothing. And then Knapp gets her hand on the ball, trying to deflect it, ends up going out of bounds. And it will stay Goddard basketball. But good hustle. I like this. Lovington, again, being very aggressive. They're not playing like a team with a 20-point lead here, 46-26, with just over 5.5 left to play in the third quarter. Goddard.
Yeah, you get to this point in the fourth quarter, maybe you take a deep breath. This point in the third, you don't.
That's right. You cannot take a break or lighten up or give him a break. Roswell Goddard passing around outside the arc, trying to find the open girl, taking the look, and Bolanos makes him pay as they passed it around, got it back to her on the left wing, and she buries her third tray of the game, makes it 46-29. Castro bringing it right back down, gives it to Barunda. Barunda trying to go up and in. Doesn't go, but she gets fouled by Hardwick, I believe. Yep, that's number 10. So fouls on Hardwick, her second foul, and it's going to be Barunda at the line to shoot. 46-29 your score here. Just a little over 5 minutes left in the third, and Barunda eyes it, skies it, buries it. So nice, as now she has, 19 points in the game?
That is correct.
Yeah, 19 points and 10 rebounds.
And now 20 points.
Now 20 points makes it 47-29. So she is almost perfect at the line. Only missed one tonight so far.
Points.
Oh, that's 18. Okay. That's true. 18, not 20.
In a minute.
Wishful thinking. That's right. Give her some time. As Goddard having to regroup, passing around outside the arc. Oh, Grotto thought about the tray. No room, as good defense by Lovington, but they do manage to kick it out. A 3-ball on the way from the left wing, no good, and that's De Leon getting the rebound. Now passing into Hardwick. Hardwick driving around. Good defense by Lovington. She has to kick it back out to De Leon. De Leon moves it around the center. Now over to Grotto. Grotto getting double teamed immediately, but that opens up De Leon. Now she's guarded. She gets it off to Harrell. Good defense by Lovington, but De Leon gets open, tries a shot. It won't fall. Hardwick with the rebound, trying the putback, and she's going to get fouled.
Lovington Honor was just not in great position for that. They'll whistle that one on Ashland. That'll be her first personal, second team foul on the Lady Cats.
And it will send Hardwick to the line. She is 1 for 3 at the line, and that one is also a miss. So now she is 1 of
5.
Yep, 5. I know. Got it. Did that addition. She will have another try at it, though. So it is 48-29. And that one is in. So it is 48-30. And a timeout being taken. And let's see, it's a Goddard timeout. It's only 30 seconds. We'll just keep it here. 48-30 your score. Lovington up by 18. They were up at halftime, 39-25. So they've done a nice job here in this third quarter, but Goddard finally woke up and they've scored 5 points on them. But still, it is Lovington's game. At this point, it's Lovington's game to lose.
Well, it is. You've got to just continue to play smart, take some time. Now you don't have to worry about playing fast. Obviously, Goddard in the full court, that's going to lend itself to more fast break opportunities. So obviously you get those, you take them. But if Goddard gives you a little room, wants to play a little defense, let them. You can burn and run an awful lot of clock, up by 18 points.
But 4:15 left in the third quarter. We've still got a lot of basketball left to play. As the inbound goes to Knapp. Knapp crosses center court, getting worked on by De Leon, leaves it off for Castro, top of the arc. Gets it into Schaus, who had posted up. Her ball does not go. It bounces off the rim, but she gets fouled, so she'll go to the line.
Hardwick crashing in to try and stop her will pick up her second quick personal, third foul overall.
And Schaus going to the line. This is her first trip to the line tonight.
It is.
And the first one, she eyes it, skies it, and hits the front of the rim, but then pops through. So another point for her. She's got 9 in the game now. She'll have another shot at it as well. So that's Harrell and Thomas in the blocks for Goddard. Nice, nothing but net on that one. buries both of those 50-30. Lovington with it back up to a 20-point lead.
And now a rebound away from a double-double for Schaus would
Yep.
be the second Lovington girl with a double-double tonight.
She's got 9 rebounds right now, so looking for another one, probably going to get it as Goddard gives it to De Leon. She drives into the lane, puts up a shot, gets her own rebound. And now a 3-ball on the way from De Leon. That's her third, or Bolanos rather, and that's her 4th tray of the game. And makes it 50-33. Lovington with the ball. Cross timeline. They pass it up to Knapp. Knapp almost loses the ball. Ends up on the floor. Are they going to call the foul?
Yeah,
they should on De
I think
Leon.
they're going to get it on De Leon for going Supergirl.
And they do. Yeah. De Leon was really physical, trying to get the ball away. It's on the floor. And Lovington inbounding, and then they call a push foul. They away from the ball. They're going to call a push foul. They are a push foul away from the ball, as that is the fourth foul. That's right. Oh, 4th foul on Schaus with just under 3.5 minutes left in the third. 50-33 is your score. Lovington leading, but
well, they changed it to just her third. So
okay. Well, I
had
have
it as
one.
4th.
I've got it as 1, 2, 3. I've got it written down as the third one. When you said 4, I thought, well, I just missed writing one down, but I think it is the third. And happy to have it just the third, not the 4th, as Roswell Goddard passing around outside the arc and popping up the pass intended for Grotto, and Malaya on her very close, and they're going to call her for her first foul, as Goddard has really contained Castro. Castro's offensive production not like it usually is in this game. She's got a couple of points and an assist, but she really has been
they've
kept
really
from,
they've kept a hand in her face.
And a 3-ball on the way from the left wing as Bolanos again.
Bolanos again.
Wow, 5 trays now and shaves that down 50-36, just like that. Only a 14-point lead by Lovington.
Keep a hand in her face.
They
Don't let her get open.
They've got to start guarding the perimeter just a little bit better. And Barunda trying to move the ball. She does. She passes it up to Rios. Rios tries a jumper from the left side. It doesn't fall, but she gets fouled. And they're going to call a push foul on Thomas, 20. Yep, that's her 3rd foul as well. She's got 3 on her. And Schaus has 3 on her. The 2 tallest girls on the court here tonight. And the first one up and good, as J.B. Rios had 3 points in the game and now has a chance to, then that one is a miss, and Thomas skying up for the rebound.
Barunda gets it, and then, are they going to call over the back on Barunda? Yep, they do. Wow.
So that's
I think
another.
it should have been the other way.
That is just the 2nd foul on her, I believe, though. Yes, it is. So 51-36.
But that will put Goddard in the bonus, and so now they get to go shoot free throws for the next 2:40.
And I don't know, Thomas is going to be at the line. It's her first trip to the line tonight. She has 2 points on the board and 4 rebounds that I've written down, and she banks it off of the backboard and
I wasn't
in.
sure she wasn't going to hit the rafters.
I
on
know.
That. It was a high arcing
very,
shot.
very high arc and across the backboard. That was above the sweet spot on the backboard, too. And that one, nothing but net as well. So Thomas shaves it down even more. Now 51-36, a 15-point lead for Lovington. Again, Lovington needs to keep their feet on the gas. They've got to try to stretch this out again. Goddard is not giving up. They're saying 20 points. Hey, that's just, that's not much. And when you think about it, if your perimeter shooting is hot and the other team goes cold, then that
Get
can
back
be.
in it in a
That's
hurry.
right. Aranda with the ball, getting worked on hard, leaves it off for Corral back in the game. Corral had a good first half for Lovington. Leaves it off for Castro. Castro getting worked on by Grotto. Drives around the arc to the left. Aranda picks it up, then leaves it off for Corral. Corral gets it over to Castro in the left corner. She doesn't like the look. Now she stops in the lane, tries to pop a shot. It won't fall. And are they going to call?
A push on
Yep,
Jabry.
they're going to call Jabry Rios with a foul. I saw her hand go up just and she committed the foul just as the whistle sounded. So unfortunately, that is going to send Goddard to the line, and I think Hardwick will go back to the line. Hardwick is one of 5 from the line.
2 of 6.
2 of 6 now from the line. And make it 3 of 7. And makes it 51-39 now. And you mentioned, free throws are one way that Goddard can certainly chip back into this thing, and that one goes in as well. So, wow, 51-40, and just like that, just an 11-point lead, and, yep, we're going to have a timeout, and I think it's a full one. Is it full? Yep, it is. So we'll take it and come back for more Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball from Roswell Goddard on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. And out of the timeout, and I believe this was a Chief Bridgeforth Lovington timeout, because Roswell went on a little scoring streak there and shaved what had been a 20-point lead down to 11.
Yeah,
so definitely,
from Aubrey Bolanos has really gotten them back in this game, and it seems to have lit a fire under the rest of the team. They've scored 15 points so far. Lovington in a little bit of foul trouble, and now going to need to do some work.
Yeah, 5 3-pointers by Bolanos, 3 of them here in the second half. Out of the Lovington timeout, they will have the ball. They give it to Corral. Corral drives down and almost loses the handle on it. She's going to get fouled. And Corral with just an 8th grader playing in her first varsity game that we know of. So I think this has to be her first varsity game. And she gets fouled. They're going to call that on number 1 on De Leon. And Corral at the line. Ooh, nothing but net. Now she had a 3-pointer in the first half. And now at the line has a chance to sink this one, and she does. Nice work. As gets it back out 53-40. That seems better. With 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Too close. Not enough margin here. Lovington's got to stretch it back out. Goddard going to be trying more perimeter shooting, I'm sure. And they do try to get De Leon open over there quickly as Barunda. Now they get it over to, they get it right back over to Bolanos, and she makes him pay. And pops her 6th 3-pointer of the game, 53-43. Coming back down, Lovington with the ball. A shot up, no good, and Goddard with the rebound. Again, an empty possession for Lovington at this point. They can't lose, and they get it. Bolanos open again. Back-to-back threes in the space of just about 15-20 seconds there. And now it is 53-46. Lovington coming back down the other way, and Barunda with the ball, driving in the lane, trying to put it up and in. She gets hammered, and they are going to call that. They should be on Harrell. Yes, it is. First one on Harrell.
And they've got to do a better job when they're back on defense. Bolanos' 3 straight possessions has been wide open. Nobody within 10 feet of her.
Goddard's been doing a good job passing the ball around and then getting it back to her when she is open. Lovington initially with a girl in her face, even once, even twice, and then maybe third time, Goddard finds her open enough to take the look and bury the tray. 2 nice shots by Barunda, though. At the line, stretching it back out, 55-46. Yeah,
we said she'd get there.
We do. We got to have faith. Now Goddard coming back the other way, getting the ball in the lane to Hardwick, and they're going to call Rios for over the back foul again.
And all of a sudden, they've started calling this game a whole lot closer than they did in the first half.
They did. They are. And Rios with her 3rd foul on her, and that's going to put Hardwick at the line. She just finished burying 2 at the line a minute or so ago. And this one, she short arms, clanks off the front of the rim. And now subs coming in for Roswell. Let's see, I think that's De Leon back in, or Bolanos.
De Leon.
De Leon. Second one by Hardwick, also no good. So so 2 misses for her.
And Rios gets the rebound.
Yeah, and Rios, that's a nice job, as she's got a couple of rebounds in the game now. But they are going to call a foul on, let's see, is that going to be the third one on De Leon? Yep, it is. And so that is going to put Rios at the line. So Rios with the rebound and then gets fouled. And Jabry sank 1 in the first half, 1 in the second, and this one hits and rolls through again. So right now she is 3 of 4 at the line. And Harrell will come out, and it is Perez who will go in. It's Perez and Hardwick in the blocks for Goddard now, as Rios, after sinking her first one, makes it 56-46, and this one no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to drop, and getting the rebound is Barunda, and her putback no good, but she gets fouled over the back by Perez. And that's going to be her third foul. And Barunda will go to the line. Lovington a 10-point lead right now with just 57 seconds left in the third quarter, and she buries that one. Makes it 57-46.
And 10 points in this quarter alone for Barunda, 21 overall.
And a lot of those coming from the free throw line. Beautiful work. Another point, 58-46, stretches it back out to 12 points. And Lovington needs every point up over Goddard they can get. De Leon, she buries a tray from the left corner, and she actually had, I think Barunda was over there in her face, but De Leon just looked past her and buried it. So 58-49 now. That's Aranda with the ball. Passes up to Corral. Corral puts up a shot from the right side. No good. And are they going to call the offensive foul? They're going to get Perez again.
Yeah, Perez just absolutely flattened
she did,
her over there.
And showed good sportsmanship. Reached down, helped pull her up after committing the foul. And it's going to put Corral at the line. 58-49 is your score. Just a 9-point lead for Lovington here. 32 seconds left in the third, and this one up no good as it goes in, dips in and out, and Perez is going to come out. Thomas will go back in. Thomas actually is playing with 3 fouls on her. Thomas and Hardwick in the blocks for Goddard. Missed the first time, but this looks like a make on the way, and it is. So Corral puts Lovington up by an even 10, 59-49, 31 seconds left in the third. Goddard will bring the ball down slowly. Grotto moves it over to the left and pulls it back out to Thomas. Thomas, top of the arc. Thomas gets it over in the lane over to number 24, Grotto. Grotto tries a bounce pass across the baseline. It goes out of bounds. Was it
nice
pushed
job
away
by,
though?
Yeah, Rios did a nice job getting in front of Thomas and getting a hand on that.
So it will stay Goddard basketball just to the right of their basket. They inbound to Hardwick. Hardwick trying to get it into Thomas. It's taken away, stolen away by Barunda. Barunda takes it coast to coast, up and in, beautiful left hook. She has a beautiful hook shot and makes it 61-49 as a whistle sounds. And let's see, off of the inbound.
Out of bounds, yeah.
It goes out of bounds. So Lovington will Look at that as Goddard trying to inbound. Good defense by Castro.
Almost got it.
Yeah, she knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay Goddard basketball, but good hustle. And just a couple of seconds left in the third. Half-court attempt, more than half-court attempt, way wide, no good. At the end of 3, your score is 61-49. Lovington leading, but we will be back with what I know is going to be an exciting fourth quarter of basketball here at Roswell Goddard. Lady Cat basketball coming back on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. End of the third quarter, 61-49 your score. Lovington up in this one, but by 12 points. They led 39-25 at halftime. They led 19-13 out of the first quarter. So Lovington looking for a strong quarter to put this game away, and with 3-point shots by Goddard right now, they had Bolanos alone had 5 3-pointers in the third quarter, and De Leon came in with a 3-pointer as well.
Yeah,
so
De Leon and Bolanos both in double figures.
Yeah.
23 for Bolanos, 10 for De Leon.
And with that kind of perimeter shooting going on, 12 points is not enough of a lead. Lovington has got to put more points on the board, more distance between them. They inbound. Goddard inbounds, gets it down the court. That is Bolanos.
And I noticed
running
Chief
the point.
Bridgeforth has shifted off and put Aranda on her, and it's Aubrey's job to just stay in her face, and she's staying right with her.
And it is, she gets it off Grotto at the top of the arc. Moves it over, leaves it off for Hardwick. Hardwick moving it around to the right. Aranda right on De Leon, but she's not the only 3-point shooter. Right on Bolanos, that is. De Leon also is a 3-point shooter. Now she works it around, tries the shot from the right. Oh, no good. Fight for the rebound. It goes out of bounds. Did Barunda touch it last? Yep. It'll be Goddard basketball right to the left of their basket. Schaus is right under the basket, getting guarded, getting worked on by Thomas. They pass it in, then they find an open look at the basket off to the left. That was Grotto, but it's Castro with a rebound. She's got it. Crosses center line.
Wow, how is that not a foul?
Yeah, she gets the ball knocked away by Grotto, and Grotto traveled. Yes, there's basketball karma for you as driving into the lane. That was good defense by Barunda.
Slow getting
up. And Barunda came through, and off of that defensive pressure, I think Force says she caused the travel to happen. And Castro limping just a little bit. She's playing with a taped knee today, or a knee brace on that. But Lovington getting it in. Nice work, although the basket is no good. That was Barunda. Castro off to Barunda. Barunda passed to Schaus, who had posted up. Her shot from the right side, no good. It goes out of bounds. It's a Goddard basketball. Running the point is Bolanos. Crosses center line to Grotto. Grotto moves it over to the left to De Leon. Nope. Now she does. Knapp on De Leon, very tight. That's Knapp very, very tight. De Leon trying to find room, working it around, leaves it off for Bolanos. Bolanos trying to work over. She's got double teamed. A pass over to Grotto is taken away, knocked away by Lovington, and Aranda's got it. She puts it up and in from the right. Beautiful, uses the glass on that, wins the one-on-one battle, and 2 more points for Aranda. 63-44 now, 6:15 left to play in this game. That is Grotto running the point for Goddard. Leaves it off for De Leon. De Leon thinks about the 3. Knapp in her face, though. Now to Thomas. Thomas gets it over to Bolanos. Thinks about the 3, but Aranda on her, so they pass it to De Leon. De Leon up and in from the left. No good. Fight for the rebound. It's knocked the ball loose on the court. Fight for it. Schaus has it. Oh, and then trying to pass it up. It's taken by Goddard. Shot up no good, but the rebound and the putback by De Leon is good. And now it is 63-51. A 12-point lead for Lovington. Now 5.5 minutes left to play in this game. Barunda bringing it down, putting it coast to coast, trying that left hook, and it doesn't fall. But they do call Thomas for the foul.
Yeah, going in and attacking, a good move there. That'll put 4 fouls on Thomas. That'll be the first team foul in the quarter, but it will put Ashlyn Barunda at the line. And that's been a pretty good bet tonight.
It has been. We don't want to say any more. Don't want the announcer's curse. But Thomas and Hardwick in the blocks for Goddard. First one up and good. Nothing but net. Every point is very important in this game, even though Lovington's up by 13 with the 3-point shooting possible by Roswell. Goddard, it's not enough. Second one up, and that one is good. Yes, it falls through as well. 65-51, 15-point lead for Lovington.
And Chief is adjusted as he is telling Aranda, stay on Bolanos, but he's telling Carly Knapp, you stay on De Leon. And she's done a good job so far last couple possessions.
Bolanos trying to get free. Now they pass into Hardwick. Hardwick bounce pass to De Leon, or Bolanos rather. Bolanos now gets it back to Hardwick. She tries the 3 ball, no good. And Aranda with the rebound. That's a good time for that rebound. Nice work as Lovington can afford to pull back and really burn some clock. And Amalea doing just that, kind of pulls back to half court and slows the pace down. And reaching out and getting her is De Leon.
And that's De Leon's 4th personal, so she's in a little trouble. And that was just kind of a bad foul on her part.
And the inbound knocked away by Bolanos. It'll stay Lovington ball. And Aranda will inbound from just south of the Lovington bench. Inbound to Barunda. Barunda drives into and banks it off the glass, up and in. Another 2 points for her, 67-51 now. Just under 5 minutes left to play. This is the kind of play that Lovington needs to continue. The clock is now their friend, and stopping, trying a 3-ball from the right wing is Grotto. A fight for the ball. It bounces. Fight for the rebound by Schaus and Hardwick. It goes out of bounds, and it's the last touch by Hardwick, so it'll stay Lovington ball. They'll inbound to the left of the Roswell Goddard basket, that is, and they'll get it to Knapp. She's going to run the point across the midline. Whoa, they're going to call a charge on Knapp and give it over.
They're going to say she stepped on the sideline.
Stepped out of bounds. Okay.
Looked like she was probably getting fouled.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought maybe she was going to get fouled, and then when they indicated it was against Lovington, I thought, well, they called her for the foul, but she simply, under good defensive pressure by Goddard, by the way, she did end up going out of bounds. It is a full 60 timeout, and I guess we'll take it and be back in 30 seconds with more Lady Wildcat basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Roswell Goddard for Lady Wildcat basketball, and it has been Lovington in the lead this game, and now coming down to less than 5 minutes left in this, Lovington has a 16-point lead. It is 67-51, and a timeout, full timeout, and then some. Well, nope, here comes the buzzer. It just seems like it was a lot longer than a minute to me, but 4:37 left to play in this game, and it's time. Lovington can afford to burn some clock, but you can't just sit back, because Roswell Goddard has sunk 5, 6, I guess just 6, you like that? Just 6 3-pointers in this second half, right? And between Bolanos and De Leon.
10 total, though. More than half of their points are from beyond the arc.
Crazy. So Goddard with the ball, leaving it off. De Leon now to Harrell. Harrell leaving it off. They're just going to try to get one of their 3-pointers open, and that is De Leon. They leave her alone in that right corner. They move the ball around, in and out, passed it, and got her free, and she makes them pay with another 3.
She got a good screen set there by Harrell, and that let her get back and get open.
And Barunda bringing it down. Oh, giving it to Schaus. Schaus off the glass. No good, but Barunda fighting for the rebound, but Bolano steals it away, and she brings it down, passes it off to Grotto. Grotto trying to put it up and in. It falls away, and Schaus with the rebound. Oh, and then passes to Aranda, and it goes over Aranda's head and out of bounds. So Lovington with a turnover.
14th turnover for Lovington. You got to hold on to it a little better than that.
That's
13
right.
points, 3.5, 350, still plenty of time.
13.
On the inbound.
And a shot up no good, and it is Barunda with the rebound. Now with the possession, yes, Lovington can afford. Trying to hold on to it, backfires. Bolanos takes it away from Castro and then goes down and puts it up and in. I didn't know she could do anything but hit 3-pointers. But puts it up and in, and now coming the other way off of a pass. Barunda drives to the hoop, puts it up and in from the right, and draws the foul.
30 points for Barunda, now a chance for the and one.
As Barunda and Roswell faithful not liking that, but Barunda clearly fouled when she went up, put 2 more points in, and she will go to the line. They call Harrell for that. That's just her second foul, but Barunda at the line buries it 3 the old-fashioned way and makes it 70 to 56 now when you count all 3 of those points from Barunda. 70 to 56. Now coming the other way, they find De Leon, gets open, but her trajectory off an air ball, and it's brought down by Barunda. And then passed over to Knapp. Knapp from the left corner drives across the lane. Her shot is no good, but the rebound and the putback by Schaus is, and that makes it 72-56, under 3 minutes left to play now in this one. And that is Grotto running the point, leaves it off for De Leon. De Leon drives in and then kicks it out to Bolanos. Bolanos, tries to pass it, and it's stolen away, and Barunda will take it up and try to put it in, and they're going to get Bolanos for the foul.
And that should be a flagrant, as she came back and knew she had no chance. I think maybe that was a quick discussion, and wow, they're just going to call the block and not the flagrant. But I think that one should have been, because that was a hard hit. She had no chance of guarding it.
Exactly.
That,
so all
in
she
my
did,
book, is flagrant.
She didn't try for the ball. She didn't hit ball at all. She hit person. And that's up and good. Barunda with another point from the line, 73-56. 2:37 left to play. And second one is up, and that one, falls out. But Schaus with the rebound and the putback. Nice work, as Barunda with a rare miss. Just missed 2 from the line so far tonight.
And she's had a lot of chances at the stripe.
She has. She's played a heck of a good game, as many of the Lovington girls have. And now Goddard scrambling from the right side. Grotto tries to put up a 3. It won't fall, and that is going to be, is that Barunda with the, Barunda with another rebound. Takes it up and in. Oh, wow.
To Aranda, nice assist.
So an assist by Barunda, and Aranda with the 2 ball.
Aranda now with 18 in the ball game.
Now 77-56. And pass in the lane, a quick one up by Harrell. 2 points. We'll give it to them. Less than 2 minutes left to play, 1:53, and Roswell wants a timeout.
And
that is
Chris
Roybal, head coach, taking their final one, and that one we'll just go ahead and keep it right here with 1:53 left to play in this game, even though it's a full timeout. Just want to, commend the Lady Wildcats for fighting back. Every time Goddard has made adjustments, Lovington has come back and had an answer for that and executing pretty well, except for leaving some perimeter shooters open. Bolanos and De Leon have had a field day with 3s, but Lovington hasn't given up on that either, and they have slowed that down with good guarding and keeping a girl in the face. And you got to hand it. You got to give credit where credit's due. Sometimes a player is just lights out shooting, and they're doing that. Goddard, but Lovington is doing a good job in the face of that to have a 21-point lead over Goddard now, and barring all basketball miracles, it looks like they are going to pick up their first district win, TJ.
Well, they certainly are, and they've done a nice job. They're going to, I've got to think, continue just to do what they're going to do at some point. And, just the way Coach Roybal has coached this game, this last 153 could get a little sloppy. He could be telling his girls, foul, 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 stop the clock, make them, make them score from the free throw line, but they do it with the clock stopped, and then we'll try and find a way to get Bolanos or De Leon open.
Out of the timeout, though, Lovington will have the ball. Aranda inbounds to Barunda. Barunda is going to take it up the timeline. Oops, still in the backcourt. Oh, and a pass to Aranda is stolen away. De Leon puts it up, no good. The rebound by Bolanos. Fight for it. It's on the court. They're going to call a foul. They're going to get Aranda for that, I believe. So Aranda fouling Bolanos. So it'll be on the floor. Yep, and it is on Aranda.
And just the first team foul on Lovington. They've played a very clean fourth.
They have. The inbound, and then taking it out into three-point range. Backing that up was Grotto, and she does bury the 3. 77-61 now. 77-61, trapped in the backcourt. Malaya Castro bounces it up to Aranda. Aranda finally crossed the timeline right side, drives in, and tries to put the bucket up, but she's going to get fouled from behind by Hardwick, I do believe. Schaus was there, but she was already driving in pretty hard and decided to go ahead and try for the shot, and probably felt like she might have a good chance of drawing the foul as well.
Yeah, good position and good brain there from Aranda. She saw she was moving with too much steam to even try to throw it to Schaus. Better to just try to take the shot.
Her first one up, no good, as this is her first trip to the line. Aranda with 14, 16, 18 points in the game. Second one is up and good, though. 78-61 with a minute 21 left to play. And that is De Leon running the point, gets it over to Grotto. Grotto on the left side, pulls back up, leaves it off for De Leon. De Leon getting worked on by Knapp. Just goes ahead and pulls up, tries the 3-ball. It does not fall, and Perez back in the game. No, it's not Perez, it's Hardwick fighting for the rebound. It goes out of bounds, and it just goes out of bounds. And last touched by Lovington. Knocked out of bounds, good defense. Goddard will inbound. They get it over to Harrell. Harrell tries the 3-ball, no good, and it's going to be Barunda with the rebound. She's immediately smothered, but she gets it to Castro. Castro driving across, drives into the lane. The ball pops up, and that's another turnover for Lovington. Get it to Bolanos. Bolanos loses the handle on it. Good defensive pressure deflected by Lovington, but it stays Roswell Goddard ball, and Harrell with the hand on it. Now we're going to have a foul called, and I believe it is going to be on Aranda.
Yep.
That's her third foul, and it will be on the floor. That's going to be Grotto to inbound from the right to the right of the basket into De Leon, back to Grotto. She pulls the trigger on a tray. It won't fall, and Castro with the rebound. Now pulls up, gets it to Aranda. Aranda just going to hang on, pass it over to Castro. 24 seconds left in this one. Lovington going to just hang on to it, I think. Aranda gets it to Schaus. Schaus kicks it back. Lovington is just going to play keep away and run the ball out, run the clock out, that is, I believe, as Castro's got it. And they're going to make, if Goddard wants it, they're going to have to foul. Oh, no, a takeaway. And they get it over to Grotto. Grotto tries to put it up and in, no good. The rebound and the putback by Bolanos, no good. And then Aranda with the rebound, and at the buzzer, Lovington wins this one 78-61. Final score, they led 19-13 at the end of the first, 39-25 at the end of the second at halftime, 61-49 at the end of the third, and final score 78-61. But it was an exciting game. You look at that score, if you're just tuning in and you're seeing that score and you're thinking, oh wow, this was a blowout and a runaway. It was not. Goddard really made Lovington work for it and had a big 3-point display by a couple of different players tonight for Goddard, and we'll talk about it. So let's take a break and come back in just a couple of minutes, and we're going to have to make this is going to be a very quick recap, because halftime is going to be used for the warm-up. It is between games. We've got the boys who are going to be making their way out on the court, and they'll put up a pregame clock pretty soon. But congratulations again to the Lovington Lady Cats, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes to wrap this one up and then have a pregame. You're listening to Lady Wildcat Basketball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Welcome back to Roswell Goddard for Lady Wildcat basketball, and it was a victory for the Lady Cats tonight. They go up to 13-8, 1-1 in district with their 78-61 win over the Lady Rockets from Goddard. And with the recap on the scores, and we're going to make this fast because the boys are ready to go out for the warm-up. They only have a 10-minute pregame clock for warm-up clock for the boys. We'll see what happens, TJ.
Well, all right, just a quick rundown. Scores for Goddard, 25 points. Abby Bolanos leads the way, and she does so with, that is 7 three-pointers, but 25 points for her. 13 in the books for Jasmine De Leon. 8 points for Addison Harrell. 6 points Natalie Hardwick, who is their leading rebounder with 8, and yet 5 points for Carmen Grotto. 4 points for Kiana Thomas. 24 rebounds as a team for the Lady Rockets. They go 50-50, 7 of 14 from the free throw line, and turn the ball over 14 times. For your Lovington Lady Cats, it was the Ashlyn Barunda show. 32 points, 16 rebounds. Ashlyn lit it up tonight here at Goddard. Abigail Schaus also with a double-double tonight, and she finishes with 14 points to go along with, let's see, that's 13 rebounds. Aubrey Aranda just missing 20 points. She had 19 points to go along with 4 boards tonight. 6 in the books for Leslie Corral. Welcome to the 8th grader.
Yeah.
Jabri Rios with 5 points, a couple of boards, and 2 points for Malaya Castro. Lovington dominating on the boards. They had 40 as a team, 2 girls in double figures tonight. That being, of course, Barunda and Schaus. Lovington very good from the charity stripe as they go 23 of 28 from the free throw line. And 18 turnovers, but some of that is just stalling out and making Goddard get desperate.
Well, Lovington had only 6 turnovers in that first half, so that you could tell that Goddard being a lot more aggressive in that second half. And out of those, Lovington going 23 of 28 from the free throw line. Only Ashlyn Barunda only missed 1 free throw tonight, and she had an amazing performance at the free throw line, as well as points from the floor and boards. So still a nice, strong performance from many of the Lady Cats tonight, and that ends up in a 78-61 win. Nice work as they go 1-1. We talked about the importance for them in winning this district game, and this was a biggie.
Yes, it was. Now they still control their own destiny. The boys going to try and do the same thing here in a few minutes.
And we will take a break and be back with in just a few minutes with your pregame for the boys game here at Goddard Gym. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle. We appreciate your watching and listening to Wildcat Basketball tonight on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Back for more in just a few.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome to Lovington Wildcat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. An abbreviated version of your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show as we get ready for the start of this one. The Wildcats under Coach Casey Pack, 13-8 on the season, but 0-1 in district. They take on Coach Charles Gore's Goddard Rockets, who are 8-12 on the year. They are also 0-1 in district. We talked about it during the girls' game, Dawn Morgan. The boys need to win this game to continue to control their own destiny as we move through the district season.
Yes, they do, and they played, a pretty good game against Artesia on Tuesday night, but some cold shooting really plagued them, and they just, when you're not making, as Coach Casey Pack said after the game, when you're not making the shots, you're not going to win, and they just had. They really had a time of it. Artesia, arguably the best 4A team in the state, though, and I think Lovington did a very good job against them, and really doing some nice work in that game. As despite really being contained, Artesia really worked on Cale Covington, and despite that, he was able to still get in there with 18 points, and I think it ended up being either 9 or 10 rebounds for him in that game. So he had or almost had a double-double, even with Artesia really all over him, and Artesia's height really helped contain him in the paint. So it was still a good effort and a good warm-up for this one, as, again, having lost that to Artesia, they need to win this one against Goddard.
Yes, they certainly do. Well, all right, there we go. We got that working again. So the Wildcats come into this one, as we mentioned, with some work to do. And they've had a little trouble this season when they've gone up against size. Cale Covington, of course, for the Wildcats, comes in averaging over 21 points a game, 13 rebounds per game. But what you got after that is a pretty good drop-off to Micah Pondo, who's just under 9 points a game, then JoJo Perez with 8 points a game. Lovington needs to find that consistent second big scorer.
They certainly do, and they've got to do it against Goddard tonight again. Lovington, you know what? It started off, the JV boys won their game, and it was a very close one tonight. And that set a good tone with Lovington JV winning, and then the Lovington girls winning. The Lovington JV won 46-45. It was a barn burner, and so these two wins really setting up some good momentum for Lovington tonight, and Lovington has traveled very well. And yes, on the score bug for the girls game, I was inputting the points correctly. Points, the away team was listed, and points away, that's what I was paying attention to, and putting in 78 points as total for the away team, the home team, and I was putting the points in correctly, inputting them for the away team Lovington, the home team for Goddard, but somehow that was flipped at the top. It was not going in. The label at the top did not line up with the away and the home points going in. So now it is fixed as we reset the scoreboard, the score bug. So again, now the inputting will match what it actually reads on the screen.
And so the Lovington Lady Cats getting the big victory, 78-61. So congratulations to Coach Chief Bridgeforth on that one. As we were mentioning just a moment ago, of course, Lovington has the firepower. They play the best, I think, when they are transitioning, when they're moving through, and when they're playing really tight man press defense, and they're using that to set up the offense. Is opening up the fast breaks, is letting Covington get open in the paint. And when they've been able to do that, they have been able to really take advantage of some teams.
Casey Pack, the head coach, did mention after the game that he felt like, his team did stall out a little bit when Artesia went into the zone. And Lovington just wasn't able to be able to score as much and to fight against that as in, a fast break situation and more of a run and gun style. So again, we'll see kind of what adjustments, if they're able, if Goddard tries to slow them down and play zone, we'll see if Lovington can work beyond that and work past that. And, they need to keep their feet on the gas, get up early and try to stay up. And that's what they need to do.
Well, and that was one of the keys for the girls earlier, was they got up early, and then they held on and held off, and then eventually stretched it out. We noticed with the girls game earlier, 2 8th graders being moved up onto the girls roster. It's the same for the boys, as Miguel Perez and Braxton Valenzuela have both been moved up to the varsity team. So Coach Casey Pack, after the middle school season was over, seeing something that he liked, and since 8th graders are allowed at the 4A and under level, thinking, well, let's go ahead and pull them up and see if they can help us here.
Yes, and so we'll see. Number 11, Braxton Valenzuela, is on the roster. I think he is, and then nope, I think he is the only one that I'm seeing that's new. Is it? Miguel Perez, Yep, Miguel Perez. So got to figure out, he's an 8th grader, and JoJo Perez is just a sophomore. It feels like we've seen JoJo, playing at the varsity level for 5 years already now, but he's a good player and a starter usually for Lovington. Now Miguel Perez coming up. And the stage has been set. The momentum is definitely in Lovington's court as we get into the boys' game, but it is going to be, a fight here at Goddard Gym. And
a lot of strange things have been known to happen here at Ground Zero. I think we've determined that they call
That's what they call it, Ground Zero.
So we will wrap up your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Stone Oilfield Services. W.H. Stone and the whole family. Anything you need out in the patch, Stone Oilfield Services. Proud supporters of the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the tip-off. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside, causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com as we get ready for the start of the second game of the district season. Lovington at 0-1 in district under Coach Casey Pack, but 13-8 overall right now. They are number 9 in the Max Preps rankings as we have the wannabe, I guess we would call it Lakers stuff going on here as they introduce the Goddard Rockets. The Wildcats, I think, have gone out to the concession stand while they get this one ready to go, but we are just about ready as the Cats will take on the Rockets. The Rockets also 0-1, but they are 8-12 overall on the year, and they are number 20 according to the Max Preps Matrix as we get ready for the start of this ball game here tonight as the darkened room with the spotlight going crazy. Can we just play basketball, please? I like the way we do it at home. I guess I'm spoiled. So.
Well, we just keep it simple. So I guess, they've got the spotlight. They've done this for several years now. It's not a new thing, so.
Starting lineup for your Lovington Wildcats, it'll be Cale Covington, Elijah Rivero, JoJo Perez. That looks like Micah Pondo going to be getting the start out there today or tonight too, and Javier Casadas. So Pondo getting the start here tonight for the Goddard Rockets. It'll be number 44, Bruce Loya. Number 23, Ezekiel Barola. Number 12, Isaiah Maestas. Number 1, Eli Barncastle. And where is their fifth guy? There he is, and I believe that is number 45, Dominic DeLeon, as the Wildcats, as Covington wins the jump, but basically throws it 3 rows into the stands, and it'll be Goddard ball to start the ball game.
He was trying to flip it to Elijah Rivero, and it just was a little too strong.
So that'll make it Goddard basketball right underneath us, and what a wonderful joint down we've got to go as Maestas will get it in. He will toss it over to Barola. To the top of the arc to Barncastle. Casadas on him. Barncastle takes it in, loses the dribble, but wow, a quick foul called as they are going to whistle that one on Micah Pondo. Tic-tac, tic-tac.
Right.
And that will be the first foul on Lovington. It'll stay Goddard basketball. Thanks for being with us here tonight at Goddard High School. As inbounding it, it'll be Maestas. He will push it in. He will get it into Barola. Barola working it around to Sanchez, who just checked in, now over to Barncastle. Barncastle steps back. Covington comes out on him, and a pass to nowhere, but out of nowhere comes Sanchez to save it. They'll reset. Driving in is Loya. Has to toss it out to Barncastle in the right corner. Goddard will reset. Loya with the little fake spin move as he goes to the right block. Uses up the dribble now into the right corner with Maestas. On him very tight is Perez.
Nice defense by Lovington so
toss
far.
It back out to Barncastle, and it'll be Perez. He gets the hand in, and he will take it back the other way. JoJo goes hard to the rack, puts it up, shot no good, and the rebound going to be controlled by Covington, and he will just have to take it out and move it through, and Lovington will reset. Into the corner, Casadas left side for 3, and that one might have kissed the arc, but probably not. Sanchez will come away with it for Goddard. No score in this one, 1:10 gone. Hippity hop through the lane, almost to travel into the left corner for Barola, and a 3 up, and that one is good. What is about Barola's in Roswell? They just seem to rain threes. Doesn't matter if it's here or over at the red place across town.
1 for 2 shooting for Goddard, 0 for 2 for Lovington.
Rivero to the front court, gets it over to Pondo in front of the Goddard bench. 6.5 to go, a 3-0 lead. Pondo top of the arc, his 3 ball up, and it's an air ball, and that one will go out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover for the Wildcats. 3-0 here early with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. Abigail Schaus joining us and taking care of our camera and keeping an eye on things over there for us in this ball game, as it'll be Goddard basketball. A little back pressure for the Wildcats. Barncastle uses up the dribble, will come near side to Barola. Barola uses up the dribble, now back to Barncastle. He'll take it to the free throw line, and they are going to call a foul. Little tic-tac as he came on through. I think they're going to get that on Covington. Yep. That'll be his first personal. It'll be the second team foul on the Wildcats. Stays Rocket basketball in their own offensive zone.
And Lovington has yet to score, and 2 offensive rebounds for Goddard so far.
Maestas looks inbound right of his own bucket. Still waiting. He'll get it in to Barola. He'll toss it back, and that one's to nobody in particular, but saved by Barncastle at center court. Casadas gets on him tightly, and now they'll get it over to Loya. Loya leaves it off from Maestas in front of the crowd near side. Takes it just inside the arc, and then Perez will push him out. Top of the arc, get it to the left elbow. Loya's going to move it back, almost lose it. He will lose it right into the hands of Rivero. Elijah will take it down, right side, puts up the circus shot, no good, and off the tip, it'll be into the hands of Maestas. He'll throw it down and into the hands of Covington. The team's straight turnovers. 3-0 Goddard in the lead, 5:41 remaining here in the first quarter. To Perez into the corner. Pondo with the head fake, trying to get it into Covington, and he gets run over from behind by Bruce Loya. His first personal, first team foul on Goddard, and it'll be Wildcat basketball still.
Wow, almost halfway through this first, and a 3-0 score, and no points for Lovington, although they've only had a couple of looks at the basket, and they've missed those tries.
Loya checks out. Josiah Castillo will check in. And it'll be Casadas to inbound. Casadas, Rivero, Covington, Pondo, and Perez into Pondo. Left corner for 3 off the back of the iron. And the man who just checked in, Castillo, get the rebound. Lovington only 1 board. Roswell with a couple of 3 so far. Into the corner, Barncastle takes it on the right baseline, picks up the dribble, will have to toss it back out. Saved by Sanchez. Sanchez drives it into the paint. His shot up, no good. Covington will have his second board of the ball game. Pushing it back down. Pondo, loses it through the 5-hole, and almost loses it out of bounds. Coming back and putting on the pressure will be Maestas, and he will knock it out, and it will stay in the hands of the Wildcats. Move it around, trying to get it to Covington to the right block. Hale losing it. Second turnover for Lovington as Goddard will get it right back. Here come the Rockets leading 3-0. 3 minutes gone here in the first. Low scoring affair. Castillo to Sanchez. Back to Maestas. Maestas loses it. That'll be the fourth turnover for Goddard. Here comes JoJo. He'll take it through the right lane. Puts up the shot. No good. And they will whistle Maestas for the foul. His first personal, second team foul. And so Lovington with a chance to finally break the ice from the free throw line.
You know, JoJo has had 2 steals and Rivero has had 1. And Covington with a steal, but still no score for Lovington. They're 0 for 4 from the floor.
Perez at the line. Lovington shooting 60% from the stripe, and JoJo gets that one to go, and Lovington finally breaks the ice with 4:43 remaining here in the first. Now 3-1. Perez with another chance as Kyle Mesquita checks in. Subs coming in for Lovington is Dallas Cardenas and Danny Criswell coming in. So Perez on the floor. Skying it, second one up, and JoJo gets them both to fall. Lovington now within a point, 3-2. As the inbound will come into Castillo, gets it right back. This time to Luck, who just checked into the ball game. Luck gets it to the left baseline with Sanchez. He tries to throw it across, and Gomez almost stealing that away. But they're going to call Lovington. Did they get him on a foul? Yeah, no, just out of bounds, so touch the baseline. Gomez, Cardenas, Criswell, Covington, and Perez on the floor for the Wildcats. High inbound comes to Castillo. Out beyond the arc to Mesquita. He looks back to Coach Gore. Hollers out what he wants. Hand it to Castillo. Gomez on him tight. Drives in. Shot no good. And it'll be Perez with the rebound. JoJo pushes it forward to Criswell. Danny looking for it. Gets it back to Covington. Now over to the near side to Gomez. Gomez working against Barola. Now he'll go over to Cardenas. Dallas fakes the toss in, then will wind up with it back. Takes the left baseline, down to the right corner, and over the head of Gomez. That'll be the third turnover for the Wildcats. Give it back to the Rockets.
Yeah, Lovington has had a lot of empty possessions and cold shooting.
So Goddard basketball as Mosquito will get it on the inbound. We are at the halfway mark of this first quarter. 3-2 the score. Not a high-scoring affair early at all. Mestas, now they'll move it around. Get it near side to Castillo, then top of the arc to Barola. To Mesquita with Criswell on him. Little bobble, but Sanchez handles it to Luck. Luck cycling, working against Gomez, looking for some room. Takes it into the high paint, puts up a shot, no good, and it'll be Perez with the rebound. That'll be the second for JoJo. Into the front court come the Wildcats. Gomez, Criswell. Bounce pass underneath to Covington. He'll spin through the lane. Little hook shot up, no good, and it'll be Sanchez. Nice block out and gets the rebound. And back come the Rockets. Neither team has found anything here in the first so far, 5 minutes into it.
1 of 5 shooting for Goddard, 0 for 5 for
So the
Lovington.
fastball in and the reverse layup is up, no good for Castillo. Covington will have his third board, feeds it down to a breaking Perez. His shot no good, battle for it underneath, and it'll be Barola who will out-battle Cardenas for it.
6 shots, no points for Lovington.
Both their points coming from the charity stripe. Barola to the front court. To Mesquita, back to Barola. He'll take it through the left lane. Shot up, no good. And another rebound for Cale. That'll be his fourth.
5th straight miss for Goddard.
Into the front court, Criswell. Right corner for Gomez. Gomez tossing out to Criswell. He'll have to come save it out near the timeline. He does so and then leave it off. Front of the Goddard bench. That one gets swatted away from Cardenas by Barola. And the Rockets sending some reinforcements back in with Mestas. Mestas is the leading scorer on this team with just 7.8 per game. Goddard without a lot of firepower.
2:24 left to play in the first. Yes, the score is 3-2. Goddard leading.
That's a wowzer. And on the inbound, that'll be stolen away. 4th turnover for the Wildcats. Mesquita pulls up from 12 and puts it up and in on the little floater. So finally breaks a long scoring drought. and makes it 5-2 in favor of the Rockets. To Criswell, thinks about the three. Now he'll pick up the dribble, needs some help. Bad pass. Mosquito will steal it away. 5th turnover for the Wildcats. Almost loses it under pressure, but off of a tip from Luck, back to the hand of Mosquito. 1:55 to go. He'll take it to the right side. He'll leave it off for Sanchez. Sanchez backs it out. Now comes near side to Mestis. Mestis into the lane, pushes off, and they will call the charge on Mestis. That'll be his 2nd personal. 5th turnover for the Rockets, and give it back to the Wildcats.
He made the basket, but it didn't count because the turnover happened before it.
So inbounding, it'll be Elijah Rivero from in front of the Lovington section. Rivero, Perez, Covington, Gomez, and Micah Pondo back in the ball game for the Wildcats. Mestis has to check out and sit with 2 fouls. Gomez in front of the Goddard bench. It's a little pick set up by Pondo. Now over to Rivero, to Covington. Right baseline. They collapse 4 guys in on him. Push it around. Get it to Pondo. Left corner for 3 and bang!
Nice.
Micah Pondo will tie this one up with 1:25 to go in the first.
5 all.
Under the pressure, Pondo will steal it away. Give it back to Lovington. To Perez, left side. Put it up and in. Count the bucket and the foul.
And just like that, after 6 misses at the basket by Lovington, they make 2 in a row.
As they will call that one on Mesquita, I believe. See who they put it up for sure. Well, they still hadn't put it up on the board. Maybe they're going to put that. They're going to put that on Sanchez, I think. And so we know it'll be JoJo Perez at the line. He's got 4 points, 4 of the 7 in the books. They'll put that on Aiden Luck, so his first personal. Pretty sure I saw 5 in there somewhere. So Perez for 3 the old-fashioned way as the and one is on the way, and it is no good. And the rebound going to be brought down by Jose Porras, who just checked in. Push it forward to Mesquita. He'll push it forward back to Porras. Getting back quickly is Casadas. Uses up the dribble. Thought he picked up the pivot. Ref didn't see it as Perez almost stealing another one away as he'll knock it into the Wildcat bench.
Nice. Good hustle by Perez. He's got a couple of steals in the game already. He's always quick. Often runs the point for the team.
1:02 remaining here in the first. Wildcats up by a score of 8-5. That's what Lovington can do quickly, and now we're going to have a whistle as a uniform problem with Josiah Castillo.
It might be. Is it blood on the uniform or?
Maybe.
Don't know.
Telling him he's got to completely tuck in, or maybe he's got
Something.
a rip or something.
Okay, could be. Can't see the front of that, so don't
As
know.
Coach Gore is complaining about it, whatever it is. Of course, while we've got a moment, a big thank you to all of our great sponsors who make Wildcat Sports possible. See them there at the bottom of your screen. You hear the ads. Couldn't do it without their help and support. As Coach Gore, not a happy man as he'll put Bruce Loya back in. So not sure what the problem with the uni is down there.
Don't know what that is because he's not coming off the bench and he's not changing the jersey yet.
So the inbound will come to Barola. He'll push it into Mosquito, who tosses back out to Luck. Top of the arc for 3. That one off the mark, but Loya's there with the rebound. His putback won't go. Gets his own rebound, and then he's fouled. And he'll head to the line to shoot 2. A couple of Wildcats in the neighborhood as they are going to get Gomez for that one. Donovan's first personal. That'll be the 3rd team foul on Lovington.
And Roswell Goddard doing a much better offensive rebounds than Lovington. They've got 4. Lovington has 0 offensive rebounds.
So at the line, it'll be Loya. Bends the knees, eyes it, skies it, and that one in and out. It hit every part, and I thought it was going to hit the bottom of the strings, but finally it rolls out and hits the hardwood.
Covington back in for Lovington, and he goes out, and Gomez goes out. Covington in the blocks.
As he'll be up front with Casadas. Loya eyes the second after missing the first. Shot on the way with 51 seconds to go, and that one will be off the mark, and Casadas will save it into the hands of Covington. Push it forward to Elijah Rivero. Turns on the Jets. Gets it to Pondo. The head fake. Now tossing it to JoJo. Deep right corner. Working around to Casadas. Back to Perez. Takes it on the right baseline, and a bad pass. 6 turnover for the Wildcats as Mesquita back the other way. Head fake. He'll put up the circus shot. No good, and it'll be Loya with a 3rd rebound, and he's fouled, and he gets the bucket to count. So count the bucket and the foul.
Again,
They're going to call that on Casadas.
That was the 5th offensive rebound for Goddard, and Goddard has been denying Lovington second looks. Lovington only with the 2 baskets from the floor.
Pardon me, Loya with a chance to tie it from the line. He's got his first bucket of the ball game. Gets Goddard back to within 1. 28 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. So Loya takes the deep breath. Eyes it, skies it, and that one will roll home, and we are tied at 8 apiece. Casadas will get it in, get it to Rivero. No look pass to Covington. He'll drive through and he'll get fouled. I think they're going to get Luck for that one.
Should be, or is it Luck or Loya?
They could be either one. I'm thinking Luck, but we'll see for sure. And Coach Gore arguing about it. It will be on Aiden Luck. That'll be his second personal. 15 foul for Goddard. So Lovington will be in the bonus for the next 23 seconds. Cale Covington looking for his first points of the ball game, leading Wildcat with 21, and finally got 1. 5 rebounds in the first, but no opportunities. They've done a nice job keeping him bottled up. Goddard with some good size. Second on the way, and that one in and out, no good. And the rebound by Porras. That'll be his second board. Barola to the front court. Lovington up 9-8. Pondo will take it away from the Rockets to Covington with 10 seconds to go. He loses the basketball but gets it back as Barola goes flying to Perez. Takes it on the left baseline. No look pass around. Rivero top of the arc for 3. Off the mark, and it'll be Loya at the buzzer with the rebound. We have played a quarter from here at Goddard High. It is Goddard trailing Lovington 9-8. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat basketball here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Abigail Schaus keeping the camera running for this ball game. As we start the second quarter, it'll be Goddard basketball. Lovington leading it 9-8. They'll move it through. Barola takes it to the left base. He'll have to toss it out. Estes looking for some shot room. But staying on him tight is Perez. Starters on the floor for the Wildcats. 17-footer on the way, and that one will run home for Barncastle, his first points of the ball game. Goddard up now 10-9. To the front court, Rivero to Covington. Gets ahead of steam. Now he'll push it off, and it'll wind up in JoJo's hands, top of the arc for 3. That one is off the mark. And the rebound going to be brought down by Barncastle, his first. Lovington getting all kinds out rebounded. Now 12 rebounds to 7.
0 offensive rebounds for Lovington so far.
Owie. So moving it to Mestis. He'll toss it over into the corner for Sanchez. Sanchez cycles through now to Barncastle. Barncastle NBA distance 3 on the way, and it'll roll home.
2 back-to-back from him.
5 quick points for Goddard has put them up by a score of 13-9. 4-point lead. Rivero to Pondo. We talked about it in the pregame. Lovington cannot afford to have a sleeper quarter.
Nope, they can't.
They got lucky that Goddard had 1-2 in the first. Bad pass, but Rivero handles it left baseline to Covington. He'll take it left base, and they immediately trap him up. He'll just put up the little hook and go up and in. Covington with 4 points.
Just went
Make it 3 points.
Went on top of them. Nice work by Covington.
Now a little backcourt pressure for the Wildcats. 13-11 Lovington. Trailing the Rockets 90 seconds into the second quarter. Kind of a lazy pass. Lovington will take that one away, and then a pass that's out of the reach of Mestis. 8th turnover for the Rockets. Now Dallas Cardenas will check in. Understand Dallas is going to be spending significantly more time in Roswell next year.
And we'll talk about that more probably at halftime. You mentioned that first quarter, Goddard shot 3 of 12 from the floor. Lovington shot 3 of 10.
Wow. So 30% for us and 25% for them roughly.
But 6 offensive rebounds for Goddard and none for Lovington.
DePondo feed it into Covington, bouncing it to Perez on the right base. Put up the shot, no good, but he's fouled. That'll put Perez at the line for 2. Let's see, there were a couple of Rockets in the neighborhood. They're so concerned about Covington. They're going to call that one on Bruce Loya. That'll be his second personal. First team foul in the quarter on Goddard. And Perez at the line where he is 3 of 4. Make it 4 of 5. He's got 6 points in the ball game. As Loya going to check out, and it'll be Josiah Castillo coming in. Notice looking at the Rockets roster, 5'2", 5'3". They've got one kid that's that size, but he's not out there. They've got a bunch of kids who are right at 6 feet as Perez puts it up and in.
Yeah, Goddard definitely with some size.
6'2", 6'3", 6'1", 6'2", yeah.
And not just height, but in a couple of cases height with size as well, so that's muscle.
I had JoJo making that one. We should be tied, and they'll call Cardenas with the block foul on Barola.
Yeah,
yep, there they go. They put it up.
It is. I was waiting to see officially from them.
They've been a little slow on the uptake for a couple of our free throws tonight. And we shot a lot of them in the first game tonight. So Mosqueda checking into the ball game. He'll take the inbound from Mestas. Into the front court he comes, picks up his dribble, needs some help. Somehow gets it around Cardenas and into the hands of Barola. Barola top of the arc. His 3-ball rains down, no good, and it'll be Covington. Has his 6th board of the ball game. Cale driving through everybody. Goes to the right side, and he's going to get blocked by Castillo, but he got fouled. So Castillo getting an arm. Looked like he got armed from here. Wow, they're going to call that on Barncastle. His first personal. Second team foul on the Rockets. So Covington at the line to shoot 2. Cale 1 of 2 from the stripe.
All tied up, 13 apiece at 5:46 left in the second.
First one up, and it is good for Covington.
Covington has the he's leading in percentage as far as free throws for the team for the boys.
Second one up, and it is good. Covington now with 5 points for the Wildcats. 15-13 is the lead. Pressure on the inbound, tipped away and right into the hands of Perez. Good job by JoJo. Over to Pondo, left wing for 3. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Perez tracking down the long rebound to Covington, and they immediately put 3 guys on him. To Rivero, hippity hop, and whoop, he traveled. But maybe he got stopped first, but man in stripes didn't see it that way.
But I like the offensive rebounding by Lovington. They're giving themselves more chances, more looks at the basket here.
Barncastle looking to inbound it. He will push it into Mestas. Mestas with pressure on him. To Barncastle. He'll just sling it forward on the fastball to Castillo. Now back top of the arc. Move it through. Corner for Barola for 3. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Rivero. Elijah's first rebound. He'll toss it forward to JoJo. Tries to get it in the middle to Covington playing trailer, but instead goes right into the hands of Barola. He'll move through traffic and weave the other way to Castillo. A little circus shot attempted, no good. And the ball out of bounds, last touched by Goddard. Give it back to Lovington.
And 3 straight misses from the floor by Goddard, but they made their first 2.
15-13 the score. Lovington up by 2. JV boys winning earlier tonight by a score of 1, 46-45. Looks like this one may wind up being one of those same kinds of matchups. Criswell checks into the ball game. 3-4 to Rivero. 4:49 remaining here in the first. They'll move it to Criswell. He tosses over to Pondo, who's just going to wait a little bit. Works against Mosqueda, picks up the dribble to Rivero, deep left corner. Elijah backs it out down to the left elbow with Covington. Turn around from 15 and swish.
Wow, beautiful. 3 of 4 shooting in this second quarter from Lovington.
7 for Covington. Barncastle gets it back off the inbound to Mestas. Now he'll push it forward to Mosqueda. 17-13, 4-point lead for the Wildcats. Push it over. Mestis thinks about the three. Pondo gets to him quickly. Push it back out to Barola. Barola, almost a travel. Gets away with one there. Now out, top of the arc. Castillo for three. That one is in and out. Barncastle out hustles everybody. Gets to it. His putback no good. And Rivero comes away with it. So Lovington up by 4. Halfway mark of the second period. Dick Gomez, who just checked out, and Gomez, I think, just got away with one, too. And that one going to be tipped and tacked out of bounds by Castillo. Lovington basketball.
Gomez was thinking about the three, but he had
Miguel Perez checking in. Sorry, Don, go ahead.
He had somebody in the corner in his face, so he couldn't take that. So he did take a little step forward, but he was screened out by the Goddard player. I don't think the ref saw it.
So now Miguel Perez checks in for the Wildcats, the 8th grader seeing his first varsity action. Inbound comes to Criswell, now to Covington in the left sideline. He works against Barncastle. Toss it into Gomez. Little turnaround from 5 and up and in for Donovan.
Nice, really hot shooting. 4 of 5 from Lovington now in the second quarter.
I'm going to call that little float he just did the Sunshine Superman. Look it up, kids. Donovan. No, moving it over, and Rockets throw it away. Good pressure from the Wildcats. 10th turnover for Goddard. That was Donovan, was it not?
I think so. I think it was Donovan, the artist, the singer.
The artist, the singer, not Donovan Gomez. But
yeah,
can you tell it's been a long day?
3:20 left in the second quarter here. Lovington up by 6.
19-13 to Criswell. NBA 3 from the left side, and bang!
Beautiful. Lovington on fire here with 5 out of 6 shooting from the floor in this second quarter.
22-13, and a whistle sounds as Coach Gore takes the timeout. 3:08 remaining here in the first half. Lovington on a run, 22-13. We'll be back as Wildcat basketball continues on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com.
No secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back here at Ground Zero on the campus of Goddard High School, the Wildcats have gone on a run and have taken a 22-13 lead. I believe that is I'll have to do some quick checking, but I want to say it is a 9-0 run. Yeah, 9-0 run for the Wildcats.
It is 4 straight misses for Goddard in their possessions, but they have managed 2 offensive rebounds in this second quarter.
To Castillo, back to Mesquita, left corner for 3, and that one will battle home. 5 points for Kyle Mesquita coming off the bench.
And breaks a drought for Goddard.
Criswell to the front court, will give it to Covington. Now to Rivero, right wing for 3. That one will be off the mark, and it'll be another rebound for the Rockets. Castillo with his second. Backcourt pressure as Gomez pressuring up. Get it to Castillo in the right corner, now to Mesquita. Mesquita fakes the pass, takes it to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper from 15. No good, and it'll be a rebound for Rivero, his third. Elijah pushing it forward to Gomez. Gomez into the right corner. Now back out to Criswell to Covington. Covington working against Maestas. Spin move as he goes through the lane. Underneath to Rivero. Back door wide open. Shot up no good. His putback no good, but it'll be Covington who'll come through, and he'll get the rebound in the putback. And the Cats get it back. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. 24-16. 8-point lead for the Wildcats. Mesquita picks up the dribble under pressure, and will have to toss it to Barncastle in front of the scorer's table. Roswell will reset. The 8th grader, Perez. Miguel Maestas will go around him. Shot up, and it is good. They're going to get Donovan for that one. That'll be his second personal. Second team foul on the Wildcats, and it will send Maestas to the line.
That's going to be his first trip to the line.
Isaiah Mestis at the line. Shot up, and it is good. Wow, they gave him the follow-through on that. Wow, so he's got
did.
3 points. So he got 3 the old-fashioned way to Covington. Lovington up by 5. Now it'll be Perez for 3, shot up, no good. Off the tip, ball loose on the court, and coming away with it, it'll be Sanchez, but Lovington staying on him very tight. He'll have to throw the Hail Mary down to Mosquito, who gets it to Barncastle, who falling out of bounds will get it over. Then he'll get it back as Perez will pick him up, 1:12 to go.
Nice
Toss
defense.
it over, yes it is, as Mosquito onto the left side, and he'll throw one up. Wow,
Just
what
frustrated.
a late whistle as Donovan, I think, had time to take a nap down there.
Wow.
And just a wing and a prayer put up by Mosquito.
Well,
And then they call the whistle, and they call Donovan with the block.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they didn't give him the follow-through on that one. So Mosquito will inbound it. But Donovan going to have to sit with 3 personals.
And that was quick.
JoJo Perez back in as they'll toss it in. It's tipped, but right into the hands of Barolo, who gets it back to Mosquito. Now JoJo picks him up. NBA distance 3 for Barncastle, and that one is off the mark. And Cale Covington has the rebound, and he gets fouled.
Nice work by Cale. He really timed that jump. He saw he, was going up against him, trying to jump at the same time. He held off just a little bit and jumped.
Whistled that on Castillo, and now we've got a whistle. Well, must have just been spurious as Perez brings it across the timeline to Criswell with 50 seconds to go, a 6-point Lovington lead. Give it back, and then a little floater put up by Perez, no good. And another rebound made by Roswell. That's Sanchez.
Denying Lovington a second look there.
Through Mosquito, he'll just drive all the way to the rack and put it up and in. He's got 7.
Less than 30 seconds left before half.
24-21, Pondo NBA range from the left wing, shot up, no good. Mosquito with the rebound, his first. Lovington all of a sudden coming up empty, and Roswell keeping it close. Mosquito goes through the legs, tries to bounce it inside, bounces it right to Micah Pondo. Pondo will keep it himself, drives through, gets popped in the face, no call, but he gets the bucket to roll. 5 points for Micah Pondo, 26-21. Mosquito gets his, whoa, were they going to call the foul on Perez?
Wow.
Yeah, I think he might have clipped him. Or did they just went out of bounds?
Maybe.
So, yep,
Let's hope
say
they just went out of bounds.
just went out of bounds. With
He
Perez
was
touching
very,
it last.
Very tight defense, though. Nice hustle by Chris
Oh,
Perez.
they're going to say that Mosquito touched it last.
Well.
That's turnover number 12 for the Rockets.
So give it to Lovington with 3.6 seconds left before half.
Chance to take a shot is checking in quickly. It'll be Peyton Hernandez as he will go in for Miguel Perez.
Miguel, of course, one of the 8th graders,
So
pulled
getting
up.
the shooters in as they'll get it to Criswell. NBA side right wing for 3, up no good. And we have played a half a basketball from here at Goddard High. It is Lovington 26, Goddard 21. We'll be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show right after this. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Your way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
It's me, Sammy Sludge. I'm the sludge inside your pipes, your toilet pipes, bathroom sink pipes, even your kitchen sink pipe. I'm inside and outside, causing all sorts of problems. Plumbing problems? Call the Master. Master Plumbers, serving households in Lee County and West Texas for over 20 years. Tell Sammy Sludge you called the Master. Master Plumbers, 397-9385.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And the Wildcats and the Rockets slugging it out from here at ground zero. Lovington leading this one 26-21. Alongside Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Abigail Schaus. Keeping up with the camera for this game, and Tiff Stuber in studio engineering and producing, and keeping an eye on things back at One Radio Square tonight. So let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. Leading scorer for the Goddard Rockets is Kyle Mosqueda coming off the bench. He's got 7 points for the Rockets. Eli Barncastle with 5. Then everybody else with 3. Estes with 3. Barola with 3. Bruce Loya with 3. Rebounding category, Joaquin Sanchez and Bruce Loya with 4 apiece. Goddard with 17 rebounds in that first half as a team. They go 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 8 in the first, 15 in the second. And that's how, actually it's not 15, it's 13 in the second. That's how they get to their 21 on the board. 12 turnovers in the first half for the Rockets. Dawn, how about some shooting and the things you've been keeping up with for Goddard?
Yeah, just a minute here. For Goddard, they shot 3 of 12 from the floor, and this does not include free throws. 3 of 12 from the floor. In the first quarter, they shot 5 of 12 in the second quarter, so that's 8 of 24 for the first half. For Lovington, they shot 3 of 10 from the floor. In the first quarter, they shot 7 of 12 in the second quarter. They shoot 10 of 22 from the floor, again, not counting free throws.
So much better in the second half for Lovington. Let's take a look at those Wildcat numbers. Cale Covington getting off to a slow start, just had 1 point coming from the free throw line in the first quarter, but he got 8 in the second. He leads all scorers in this one. He's got 9. 7 points for JoJo Perez, 5 points for Micah Bondo, 3 points Danny Criswell, and a bucket for Donovan Gomez. Lovington goes 7 of 9 from the free throw line in the first half. Covington, no surprise, leading rebounder for everybody. He's got 8 in the first half, but just 15 rebounds as a team for Lovington in that first half, getting out rebounded just a little bit. 8 turnovers for the Wildcats, 9 in the first, and then that would be 17 in the second. That gets them to their 26, Dawn.
Yeah, offensive rebounds for Goddard, 7 in the first half. 5 in the first, 2nd in the second quarter. And for Lovington, they didn't have any in the first quarter, but they had 4 in the second quarter. So 4 offensive rebounds, but luckily some cold shooting has, kept Goddard under them a little bit. And of course, 5-point lead for Lovington at this point at the halftime. So yeah, it's been a fast and furious first half, very fast moving, not a lot of fouling, not a lot of effort at the free throw line to slow down the clock and to slow down the game. I think that went very quickly.
Yeah, it really did, as this one moving along, and Lovington with the 26-21 lead. So time for your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. After what you thought, Dawn, what are you thinking the Cats going to need to do to maintain this lead?
Well, let's hear what you think first.
Well, I'm thinking they've got to continue to do what they do. We already know, and I think Coach Pack is going to make the necessary adjustments. Every time Cale Covington touches the ball, they're putting their 3 biggest guys out on him immediately. So if they're going to do that, that means you've got to find the open shooter, and the open shooter has to make it fall. It doesn't have to be a three-pointer. It can be something from mid-range. It can be something from the free throw line. Don't worry so much about the 3. Get it to the open shooter and let them make their shot. Or conversely, you can go ahead and attack with some of your other players. Get with your guards. You can take them through because they've got 3 guys on Cale on the baseline or in the post somewhere. That's going to leave space for those guards to get in and take a shot. Defensively, just keep doing what you're doing. They've managed to fluster and frustrate Goddard pretty good. They've gotten hands and faces, forcing turnovers. Keep doing that, but Goddard, and we saw it in the girls' game earlier, they're not afraid to try and shoot the lights out of this one.
No,
and
not
if
at all.
Goddard gets a hot shooter like the girls did earlier, this could become a much different story in the second half.
Yeah, Goddard had a player with 7 3-pointers in the game and another girl with 1 or 2. So yeah, that can really, really cut that lead down. And right now it's just a 5-point lead for Lovington. I've done a nice job overall in the first half, but they are losing out. You can tell the height and the muscle of Goddard, making a real difference in terms of offensive rebounds. rebounds, denying Lovington second looks. If Lovington could open up and get a few more looks at the basket so they don't have empty possessions, that might help them to stretch out the lead as well. Plus, if they could get some three-point shooting going, get perimeter shooting open and shooters open and get their own threes dropping, that can help distance them pretty quickly. They're going to need to come out in the third quarter and do what they did in the first, try to get up and on. They had cold shooting. They missed the first 6 looks at the basket that they took in that first quarter, but they had a much better second quarter. They were really shooting well in the second quarter, and so they need to keep that momentum going from the second after halftime. Come out and try to keep that momentum that they got and keep the upper hand here at the beginning of this third quarter.
Well, I think you are absolutely right on that. Let's go ahead and bring in the third member of our team tonight, as Abigail Schaus helping us out with the camera and shadowing tonight. So, Abigail, congratulations on the big win and good game earlier. What did you see in the first half of the boys' game?
So in the first half of the boys' game, just like the girls' game, they do have a bunch of shooters that are willing to absolutely shoot the lights out. And if they're not careful, that can get out of hand, and that can end badly for Lovington.
But how many three-pointers did Goddard actually have in the first half? I didn't think they didn't have that many.
For the boys or the
Goddard?
girls?
The boys.
The boys, 2.
Only 2.
3.
Okay, only
Sorry,
okay.
3.
Three three-pointers in the first half. Okay.
Yeah. And
3 out of their 21.
But otherwise, I mean, Lovington's shutting them down defensively, getting the rebound, getting it out, and with Kale getting down low. I mean, yes, they're triple teaming him, so he's going to have to look for those outside people. But besides that, I feel like there's just a lot of good things happening for Lovington, and if they keep ahead of steam, then they'll be able to steamroll Goddard.
Covington also a couple of times has known that he was getting guarded. He didn't have a good look at the basket, so he has passed it off. One of those ended up in a basket, one didn't. So he's also very capable of passing that off. If he doesn't think he has the look and he is getting guarded by big guys, then he has that capability. But he also, I think he hit a three-pointer for Lovington?
No, he did not.
He did
but
not.
I think he attempted one.
He did.
So.
All right. So
that'll wrap up our Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, you will get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. And we'll be back in 30 seconds. Wildcat basketball continue. Well, I guess the 107 they have on the clock means nothing. The both teams are out and ready to play, so
I guess they're moving this along.
We'll go from the Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show right back to the start of the second half. You've got Perez, Rivero, Casadas, Pondo, and Covington on the floor for the Wildcats.
Sorry, we kind of ended up gabbing all the way through that halftime
I
show.
thought we still had time on the clock,
I thought we were going to, but nope.
So now we are back to it as JoJo Perez will control it. Toss it over to Pondo. He's got an open look three, right corner, and bang! Micah Pondo finds the range early and puts it down. Pondo with 8. And Lovington strikes first and tic-tac.
They're going to get Covington for that foul.
That'll be his second personal, first team foul.
So he gets Mestas.
But it is on the floor, of course, so Rockets will keep the basketball. Lovington up 29-21. To the front court with Barola in the bright green and yellow Oakland shoes to Barncastle, who slides down the left baseline and up and in. Barncastle with 7. Nifty move, credit where credit is due.
The team trade baskets.
Ours was a 3, though. I'll take that.
Yeah, I like that trade. We'll take that.
So working around to Rivero, trying to get it into Covington. Barncastle will tip that one, and it's into the hands of the Rockets. To Barolas, he'll speed through. He goes over, runs over Pondo. No call either way, and it'll go up and in for Barola. Barola with 5. Pondo has to get up and dust himself off. So now a 4-3 run into the corner, trying to get it into Covington. That one will be knocked away by Loya.
It will stay Lovington ball, though.
Yes, it will. Casadas to inbound it from left of his own bucket. 1 minute gone. The high inlet to Covington in the paint. He'll find some room, but bobbles the ball, and then the reverse is up and in. 11 for Covington.
That's how you beat somebody in the post underneath the basket. That's great.
Barncastle back down to Barola. Almost tying him up, Pondo. Now they'll throw it to Loya, right side. He's partially blocked, but there with the rebound and the putback is Sanchez, his first bucket of the ball game. Gotta get back and keep an eye on folks. Lovington up 31-27, 6.5 to go. To Covington, Barola on him tight. Cale picks up the dribble, needs some help, pushes it over to Perez, then sets a pick. Over to Casadas, working the near sideline. Out on him is Mestis. Casadas jump stop in front of the free throw line to Covington, right corner for three. That one off the mark, and it'll be another rebound for Loya, his fifth. Back down come the Rockets, as that will be Sanchez. Sanchez top of the arc, backs it up to the 10-foot line, now over to Barola. Barola step back from the free throw line and swish.
Oof. 4 of 5 shooting now in this third quarter for Goddard.
The Rockets have heated up a little bit.
Lovington's 2 of 3.
31-29, Wildcats in the lead. But the Rockets obviously not going to go away. Casadas works against Barola, and then a bad attempted pass and into the hands of the Rockets, but it'll be turned right back over to Casadas.
And then tied up.
And then it's going to get tied up, and possession arrow for Goddard.
Yep, goes the way of Goddard. So Lovington will not have a good chance to meet that basket. They're trailing by 2, 31-29 here.
So now Goddard with a chance to tie it or take the lead off of a Lovington turnover. Estes to inbound it just left of his own bucket. Pardon me. Tosses in and it's
nice.
Stolen away almost.
Oh, and then Pondo loses the handle on it, goes out of bounds. So I think it will be Goddard basketball right in front of their bench. As good hustle, got to hand it to Pondo. Nice work, nice hustle, almost a steal.
So in front of the bench, it'll be Mestis to Mestis. I heard him say
Mestis,
that.
yes.
Yeah, so he gets it into Barolas. On Dallas, Cardenas will check into the ball game. Step back for Barola. He pushed off, gets the three. Barola, I think, probably should have been called for the push, but didn't get it. So Goddard up 32-31 to Cardenas, as Cardenas will move it through. Directs traffic to Covington, to Pondo, left corner, three on the way. That one is off the mark, and it'll be another rebound for Roswell as Sanchez has number 6. Backcourt pressure for the Wildcats. Into the front court, work it to Barncastle from the right elbow, now out to Barola, right corner for three, and it's good. We talked about the hot shooter. It may be Barola heating up.
Yeah, 2 threes in a row, 6 of 7 shooting in this quarter for Goddard. Give it
Covington will lean in. He'll put up a shot, no good, but he's fouled. So Lovington with an opportunity to stop the bleeding from the free throw line.
And
they'll call that on Loya, his third personal, first team foul on the Rockets.
If it hadn't been a foul, it might have been a good time for a timeout to kind of cool things off and try to cool off Goddard here. They are hot, 4 in a row
First
from the
one
floor.
Up for Cale is no good.
A lot of tension in the gym currently.
14-5 run right now for the Rockets, and they've taken the 35-31 lead.
They have, and Lovington had that lead for the longest time.
Second one, that one is no good. And Loya with another rebound, but a quick whistle. They're going to call the hack on Cardenas.
Okay. I think that's a first
second on Dallas.
On Dallas, okay.
Second team foul on the Wildcats as the inbound to Mestis. He'll toss it out to Barola. Goddard will run it into the front court.
Roswell.
Now over to Barncastle. Thinks about the three. Underhands it to Barola, left of the arc, and he'll rattle his third consecutive tray home. He's got 16 in the ball game, and Coach Casey Pack finally says enough is enough.
Wow.
Goddard on a whale of a run to start this half. Leads 38-31, 4:28 to go. We are back in 60. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? Battle Energy is ready to take the court with the Cats. For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to Roswell Goddard as the Rockets have gone on a run here, 17-5, and have taken the lead in this one, 38-31 with 4:28 remaining here in the third. Wildcat basketball to Covington at the free throw line. He'll take it through, tries the underhand scoop, no good, but winds up with his own rebound, and his putback is good. So Covington stops a little bit of the bleeding as Rivero gets a hand on that one, as it was intended for Barola on the inbound, and Barola touched it last, and so Lovington forces the turnover. Good job there for the Wildcats.
And what they need to do is start making points off of the turnovers, though. Don't want an empty possession. Make points, make that count. They've got some ground to make up. They trail by 5 here.
Rivero push it out to Pondo. Head fake, he'll take it into the block, then over to Perez, then to Cardenas. Cardenas hippity out through the lane, almost losing it, but Covington top of the arc to save it. He'll go in, puts it high off the glass, no good, and then a collision underneath, and they're going to get Cardenas on the push.
Wow.
Third personal for Dallas as he charged through. Save that one for across the street next year, Dallas, when you're playing for Numi.
Right. Yeah, we ended up not talking about the signing for the football players that will take place tomorrow, although it was announced today.
Joe Barola to the front court, a 5-point Goddard lead, their biggest of the ball game. Nestus with Cardenas keeping an eye on him. To Barncastle, now around to Loya. Loya moving through. Couldn't decide if he wanted the screen or the pass to Sanchez. Opts to hand it off to him football style. To Mestis into the corner. Barncastle takes it on the right base, spins and loses the basketball and right in the hands of Micah Pondo. 15th turnover. Lovington needs to cash this in, trailing by 5. To the front court, there's JoJo Perez, who works against Barola. Now going to back it up to the 10-foot line. If this was still striped for volleyball. Now to Covington, left baseline. Kale leans it in, count the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, nice chance to make 3 the old-fashioned way, as that was 4 of 7 shooting from the floor for Lovington here in this third quarter.
Gonna get that on Loya. That'll be his 4th personal. It'll be the 3rd team foul, just the 2nd team foul on Goddard. And Covington at the line for the and 1. Kale a little uneven tonight from the stripe. He is 3 of 6 from the free throw line. At the and 1 rattles home. 16 points for Covington. Lovington back to within 3. 3:06 to go here in the third. A lot of threes up on that scoreboard. Barola tossing it to Castillo, just checked in. Oh, almost a slip and slide as Sanchez drives through, puts up the shot, no good, and off of the tip. It'll be Covington. He's got his double-double. That was number 10.
Nice rebound, denying Roswell. Goddard another look at the basket there. Lovington slowing things up just a bit.
Perez to Criswell, who just checked in. Now to Covington. On him very tight is Sanchez, and Sanchez will swat at him. And that'll be his 2nd personal. 3rd team foul on Goddard.
He'll be on the floor.
As you've got Mosquita checking in. Not sure why he hadn't been out there the whole time, as he'll come in from Sanchez. Gomez comes in. Gomez, Criswell, Covington, Cardenas, and Gomez.
And
We've almost got all C's out there.
You got Cardenas to inbound.
I think, I don't know, does Donovan's middle name start with a C? Then we can have a killer C's lineup. I know. I make it up as I go along. On the inbound comes to Covington at the right elbow. He'll back in and work through and lean in. Winds up with his own rebound. Now he'll push in. Shot no good. And that'll be Barncastle who comes away with it. He was working in hard against Castillo. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Barola, NBA 3, over and on the way up for Mestis. No good. It'll be another rebound for Covington, his 12th.
Nice, denying Roswell that second look.
Kale leaves it off for Criswell as Criswell to the front court. Push it to Gomez. Gomez back out to Criswell. Mestis will pick him up quickly. Back to Gomez. To Cardenas. Picking it up now to Covington. Left block to JoJo. Spin on the right base. Puts up the little 10-footer. That one no good. And it'll be Barncastle off the tip with his 4th board.
3 straight misses for Lovington.
38-36. Lovington within 2. Mestis to Castillo to Barncastle. Top of the arc. Gomez giving him a little room over to Mestis. He'll lean in, shot up, no good. On the putback to that will be no good by Castillo, and Covington will come away with it.
Another great board.
To Cardenas in the deep left corner. Barncastle gets on him quickly, picks up the dribble, Flips it out to Perez. Now to Gomez, right corner for three, and that one is off the mark. Covington will battle for it, have number 14. He'll drive it in, lean it in, and good. And we are tied at 38 apiece with 1:22 remaining here in the third quarter, and timeout going to be taken by Coach Gore. Well, should just be a 30, I'm thinking. Gore, not a happy camper down there. He is barking. Actually, Lovington will call it. And it'll be a 30 for the Wildcats. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you to First American Bank of Lovington, Battle Energy, Western States Insurance, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Master Plumbers, Lovington Auto Supply, Napa, Stone Oilfield Services, Lovington Municipal Schools, and Bob's Thriftway, making it possible for us to bring you Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat Athletics. Be sure you thank those folks, and when you're doing business out in the community, be sure you do business locally, because that's how we can do this without having to ever think about charging you or beg for donations.
And congratulations to those Lovington Wildcat football players who have signed. We will talk a little bit more about that, hopefully a little bit after the game.
So into the front court, it'll be Goddard basketball out of the Lovington timeout. Mestis flips it to Barola on the near side. Now work it out to Mosquita. Peyton Hernandez on him tight. Mosquito, he traveled. That'll be turnover number 16 for the Rockets. Yeah, he tried his Jordan thing in the air, and when he hit the ground, he kind of went 2 or 3 different ways at once.
Right.
He'll get you for it every time. 1:07 to go here in the third, all tied at 38. We got a barn burner here at ground zero tonight. What's wrong with Rocket Jim? Over to Gomez.
A minute left in the third.
It back. Now to Criswell in front of the Wildcat bench. Mestis giving him a little bit of room. To Perez near side. Mosquito on him. Now tossing it to Hernandez. Back to Criswell, right wing for three, and bang!
Beautiful.
Danny Criswell, his second tray of the ball game.
And that's two buckets in a row for Lovington.
And
on
now
a bit of a
the
roll.
Cats back up 41-38. Mestis to Mosquito. Hernandez on him pretty tight. Now get it to Barola. Barola spins into the paint, and he's going to be blocked from behind by Criswell and right into the hands of Perez. Another turnover for the Rockets.
He was careful to not go out of bounds.
Dallas to Peyton. Hernandez back to Dallas to Criswell. 13 seconds to go. Into the corner. Gomez left side for three. That one is off the mark. From the tip, it is still loose and into the hands of Barncastle. Hesitates as he crosses the timeline, uses up the dribble to Mosquitas, and then a timeout going to be taken by Coach Gore, a 30-second. He didn't like something he was seeing. We'll just keep it right here and talk about those football players.
Right, yeah. We had 3 football players, 3 seniors for for Lovington, that is, signing letters of intent to play football for New Mexico Military Institute, NMMI, here in Roswell, coming up this fall. And on Dallas Cardenas, Alec Olguin, and Valente Herrera. 3 of those standout seniors from Lovington going to go play, football for the same university, and I think that's a good sign. They're getting a gift for sure. And then there was a 4th who indicated he was going to play for Eastern New Mexico University.
Damian Munoz.
It is right, Damian Munoz. So, and they will have a ceremony for that tomorrow afternoon at Wildcat Gym.
So congratulations to those young men. Of course, a lot of Lovington seniors signing to play on at the next level in all sports, and congratulations to them. Now back to the game, 41-38, Lovington in the lead as the buzzer sounds and wave it off. No good by Barncastle.
Well, it came in a little bit late. It was a beautiful shot, but no good.
We head to the 4th. Lovington 41, Goddard 38. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
The Wildcats lead this one by 3 as we head to the fourth quarter. Our score, Lovington 41, Goddard 38. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Abigail Schaus running the camera tonight and shadowing. Tiff Stuber keeping an ear on things back at One Radio Square. Wildcat basketball as we start the fourth. Peyton Hernandez almost losing it, but it'll be Cale there to save it, and he'll spin through the lane. Puts up a shot, no good, and it'll go out, and that should have been last touched by Castillo. Wow, they're going to say Peyton touched that last, or Cale? Wow, I don't know how they could have, but okie dokie.
Unless they use the force or something.
That may be 3-point lead for the Wildcats, 41-38 to Castillo. Cale on him, he'll toss it over, and Pondo steals it away, but then turns it right back over to Goddard as driving through and putting up the shot, and they will call the charge as Sanchez pushed off. His third personal, that'll be the first team foul in the quarter. And it'll be another turnover for Goddard. That is turnover number 19 for the Rockets. So the Wildcats catch a break there after a turnover of their own. To the front court, just a 3-point lead. Criswell working against Mosqueda. To Covington, working around to JoJo. Give it to Hernandez, bouncing it inside and right into the hands of Sanchez. That's another turnover for Lovington, their 13th.
Gotta take care of the basketball.
But now JoJo picks the pocket from behind.
Go. Nice.
Push it forward to Perez. He works in, goes around, puts up a shot, no good, and Mosqueda will have his second board of the ball game, but then JoJo takes it right away from him. Perez, better watch out. The Roswell police are looking at him pretty close over there for theft.
Or larceny. Either one.
Is that what a pickpocket is?
Yep.
Criswell to Pondo, working the near side. Toss it into Criswell, who snuck in on the back door, but his shot no good. Ooh, and it'll be Castillo with his fourth board of the ball game.
3 straight misses from the floor for Lovington. Got to do better.
Yes, you do. Into the front court with Mestis. Mestis almost loses it. He'll take it to the right base, lean in, shot up, no good, gets his own rebound, and then they'll count the bucket and the foul.
Wow. And that is that's the first offensive rebound in the fourth quarter for Goddard. Lovington actually had 3 offensive rebounds in the third, and Goddard only had 1.
And they are going to count that one against Covington. That'll be Cale's third personal.
Cale's got to be careful when he's down low because they're going to be looking for that because of his height, and they're attacking him intentionally.
So I think
5
that
points for Mestis. Yep.
Generally happens when you're when you are the target, when you are the tallest one on the team, and you're posting up more often than anybody else. They're going to go for you, right?
You know that. You don't know anything about that, do you, Abigail?
I know, right?
You know about the bruises that come from that as well, right? Yep.
I still have bruises from Artesia on Friday.
I think you put more bruises on people's shoulders, though, so that's than you get. Nobody is going to be putting the bruises on you at this level anyway, right?
41 all after the and one as Cale will just take it in. He'll drive in and count the bucket and the foul.
Nice.
Covington now with 20 in the ball game.
And breaks that little scoring drought by Lovington.
They're going to whistle that one on Castillo, his second personal. And that'll be the second team foul on Goddard. Goddard may look to take it a little more physical here in this fourth quarter. So Covington at the line. Lovington up now 43-41. They need to put that up on the line. Yeah, the refs are discussing it.
Right, and they're
Yep, they count the bucket.
All right.
And Casey's over there saying, you said it was a good one.
They indicated down.
The scoreboard has been a little, let's just say, hometowny at times
most
tonight.
of the time I've been in this boys game, I have
been good on the timing, though. I'll give them that.
I will say that, too. I have been waiting, at least in this game, to put things up on our waiting for it to go up officially on the scoreboard here. So
Coach Gore over there arguing about it. Not going to win that argument generally.
No.
So it'll be Covington at the line for the and one, and 3 the old-fashioned way, not going to work, and it'll be another rebound for Castillo, his 5th. But you still got the bucket. You're back up by a bucket, 43-41.
6 minutes left.
We're in stereo tonight.
Yes.
NBA level 3, and that one will be off the mark and then out of bounds. As taking the shot at it was Mestis from longer than NBA distance. But trying to sky out and lean out and get it was Criswell. Couldn't handle it. It'll stay Goddard basketball. So it'll be Mosquito to inbound it left of his own bucket. He will push it into Barola. Barola hippity-hop on the baseline, now out, top of the arc for Barncastle, and he'll hit the tray, and Goddard back up. Barncastle with 10 in the ball game, 44-43. The Rockets have zoomed back to the lead.
Barncastle keeping it a barn burner of a game.
To Rivero, uses up the dribble, needs some help. He's going to get it from Pondo in the deep left corner. Barncastle on him, over to Criswell. Back to Pondo, into Covington. Left baseline, sling it out, work it around. Top of the arc for three, and that's off the mark for Perez. From the tip, it'll be Rivero, and he is going to be stripped out on the baseline. And it'll go back over to the Rockets.
Still in the backcourt, though.
44-43, 1 point Goddard lead. Weird things happen in this gym.
Oh, Rivero on him very tight.
Push it over to Barola in the right corner for three. Wide open, he takes it, he drains it.
Wow.
His fifth tray of the ball game.
And 2 threes in a row for Goddard, who go up now by 4 points, 47-43.
So a two-possession ball game, but still plenty of time. 4:51 remaining in regulation. To Covington in the right block. Now over to JoJo. Cutting through in the left block and in the left lane. And up and in for Perez. He's got 9.
Beautiful give and go with an assist by Covington on that.
And timeout going to be taken on the floor by Coach Casey Pack. It'll be a 60. 4:42 to go here in the ball game. It's Goddard 47, Lovington 45. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
Fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oil Field Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oil Field Services.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And we go back to the floor here at Roswell Goddard. The Rockets have used a couple of three-pointers by Barola of late to retake the lead, 47-45. It'll be Goddard basketball out of the Wildcat timeout, up by 2.
4:35 left in the game.
Mosquito, they trap him up in front of his bench, and he traveled before Coach Gore could get the timeout taken. He's arguing with the ref that he called timeout before, but the ref said nope, he traveled. Picked up the foot, moved it through. That'll be a turnover for the Rockets, number 22. Wildcats need to cash in on this one. Coach Gore is still arguing.
But the call stands. Lovington will inbound Rivero to Perez, back to Rivero.
As Rivero pushing into Covington at the free throw line, he'll take it into the paint, put up the little floater. It is up and good, 24 for Cale. He leads the Wildcats, and we are tied at 47 apiece. Clicking towards the halfway mark of this fourth quarter. Toss it over to Barola. He's their sharpshooter. Picks it up to Mosquito.
As they're going to pass around
to Mestas. There we go. So Mestas going to back it up. Now give it to Barola. Barola working the far side of the court, and then timeout will be taken by Coach Gore. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, all tied up at 47 apiece. It'll just be a 30.
I think
so
he
we will keep it right here.
And I think he was, the coach went over to check and make sure how many timeouts he has left. He went and asked the official scorekeeper about exactly how many of 30s and 60s before he indicate that.
Somebody needs to tell the scoreboard operator there is a place on the scoreboard. It says TOL. It's supposed to count down
left.
from 5.
Right, not
count up from 0. So, I don't know, just one of those things you notice when you're out on the road sometimes. But we're glad to have you with us. Of course, big thanks to all of our sponsors. You see them, you hear them. Couldn't do it without their help and support. Be sure that you support those businesses that support your community. Proud to have all those folks on board with us for Lovington Wildcat Athletics.
Just under 4 minutes left in this game, and what a game it has been.
Yes, it has. A back-and-forth seesaw affair.
Emotional roller coaster.
So Mestas will take it in the backcourt. He'll get it to Mosquito in the front court. Now back to Mestas. Mestis with Rivero on him. Goes 5-hole on JoJo to get it over to Barola, who gives it right back now into the corner. Barola, the head fake, drives through, tosses into the deep right corner for Barncastle.
Dallas on him. Yeah.
Roswell playing a little bit better movement ball here. High pass, Mosquitas gets to it. Now he'll toss it back out. 3:27 to go here in the ball game. All tied at 47. Barola into Mosquita, now out, almost lost by Mestis. He'll have to back it up. About 5 feet from the timeline, directs a little traffic, picks up the dribble to Barola, right wing, NBA distance 3 on the way, no good. Covington with the rebound, and he's going to get clipped.
Yeah, as he skies and he beat, and that would have been a foul on him on Barncastle, but Kale got the jump on it, got up higher, faster first, and got fouled instead.
And it will be the foul on Barncastle, his second personal, third team foul. No empty possession if you're Lovington here. Put the pressure back on the Rockets. To Pondo, Mosquitas on him, toss it over and overthrows Cardenas and not able to get to it. And the teams trade the turnovers, as that is 15 turnovers now for the Wildcats. What is it we said? No empty possession. That's what happened for both squads down the floor.
Just under 3 minutes left in the game now, still tied. 47-all.
Into Mosquita. To Mestis. They're just going to have a feeling play ring around the arc for a while.
Burn some clock.
Yep. And a whistle sounds, or nope.
Nope. Time.
5-second violation. So turn it over, give it back to Lovington. They kept it in the same zone for too long.
Coach Pack, I don't know whether he was aggravated that the refs didn't see that earlier or what, but he seems upset, but he actually should be happy for the team.
Lovington gets it back, 23rd turnover for the Rockets. Covington, they try and trap him up, and he almost loses the basketball. The Rocket faithful not happy about it. You've got to think they're going to try and find Kale somewhere within 3-4 feet of the bucket here.
And he's getting guarded by Castillo,
who's just as tall as he is. Get it to Covington. He'll weave around, put up a shot, no good, and then the ball will go out of bounds. Lovington basketball is Barncastle touching it last, fighting for it.
So they'll have a chance to reset and try that same play again. You got to think they're going to inbound and, of course, try to get that into.
They'll toss it to Pondo, who gets it around to Perez. They pick him up quickly. Now push it over to Rivero. Elijah, toss it into Covington. It gets tipped, but right back to Elijah. Over to Perez. He'll drive it in, takes it hard to the hoop. No good. Covington should have got the rebound, but then he's fouled. Yeah, give Covington the rebound, and then he's hammered. I think they're going to get number 33, Castillo.
He did a good job just getting a handle on that. Ball was spinning, actually, a really hard spin away from him as he was reaching for it.
And they're going to stay on the floor, but the good news is Lovington will be in the bonus on the next Goddard foul. Inbound to Covington, just in front of the free throw line. Throws the fastball to Rivero, and Elijah with the turnaround kisses the glass and good.
And another assist for Covington on that.
Lovington back up by a bucket.
But here
Covington's
we go.
had a couple of assists tonight. He may be getting close to a triple-double. Work it out to Mosquita. Mosquita has to toss it to Barola. Now they'll work it to Mestis, left wing for 3. That one up, no good. Cardenas will get the rebound, and then he gets fouled by Covington. But they call the travel, so give Dallas the rebound.
Yeah,
but then he travels in the turnover. The white and blue are not happy about it.
No, that's but.
Oh, and they just teed up Kale Covington.
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed.
Well, two guys on the same team fighting for the basketball, and that's going to happen. Kale was behind Cardenas. Cardenas didn't see that Kale. I think Cardenas didn't see Kale was there behind him, going to come down and try to grab the ball.
First of the tees is up and good for Estes, and that makes it 49-48. You have to contain and control the emotions here.
You can't get hot-headed. That's just going to cause you to make mistakes.
Second one's up, and it's good for Mestis, and we are tied at 49, and it'll be Roswell Goddard basketball.
If you get hot-headed, you've got to turn that into some positive energy somehow. If you can't act, you can be hot-headed. You can't act hot-headed and act it out.
It'll be Goddard basketball out after the technicals to Mosquita. He'll toss it across and handled by Barola. Barola into the corner. Castillo for 3, and that one's up and good. The big boy drains his first points of the ball game, and it comes at a good time. as that is a 3-point lead for the Rockets, and a quick timeout taken by Coach Casey Pack. 1:37 to go here in the ball game. Goddard 52, Lovington 49. We're back as Wildcat basketball continues. Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Out of the Wildcat timeout back here at ground zero, Goddard Rocket Gym. The Rockets take advantage of a technical foul and tie the game, and then get a three from one of their unlikely sources, Josiah Castillo. And now they're up by 3 with 1:51 remaining in the ballgame. I'm TJ Miracle with Dawn Morgan.
In the heat of battle, so much happens on the court, and a player who makes a mistake, nobody feels worse than the player themselves. So they don't need a lot of extra heat on them.
So it'll be Wildcat basketball with 95 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Into the front court with Perez to Pondo, back to Perez. Back to Pondo, right corner, 3 on the way, off the mark, and Barncastle has his 6th board of the ball game. Lovington in the full court press, Covington out there with 4 fouls. To the front court with Mestis. Mestis works against Rivero, and a foul going to get called on JoJo Perez. So they're going to get JoJo for his first personal. 3rd team foul, still fouls to give.
Poise under pressure. Wow.
Oh, that's right, the technical. I didn't click that one off, and I wrote something on the wrong side. So, yep. And now they're in the bonus.
1:09 left in this game.
Mestis is 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. Shot up, and that one is good. 9 points for Isaiah Mestis. He's a couple over his season average. He is the leading scorer for the Rockets. 2nd on the way, and that one he gets them both to fall. 10 points now for Mestis. Him and Barncastle both in double figures. And now Lovington with 66 seconds to climb out of a 5-point hole. To Covington, he'll take it hard, and he'll take it through, and they call the charge on Cale. He's done.
Oh.
And that'll be turnover number 17 for the Wildcats as Covington fouls out of the game. Casey Pack not a happy man as Criswell waits to check in. So give it back to Goddard.
Whoa.
And a 54-49 Goddard lead. On
Just under 60 seconds left to play in the game.
To Mesquita.
Gotta force a turnover.
Yes, you do. Or foul quickly to Barola. He'll toss it back to Barncastle, and they're just going to play keep away now. Criswell tried the foul. Stripes didn't like it, didn't call it. To Mestis into the middle, and it'll be stolen away. Feed it forward to JoJo. He breaks through, but can't get it. It'll be out of bounds, and the teams trade turnovers once again.
Yeah, Dallas with a great steal. It was a clean steal, but he threw it too hard and led Perez too much. And it just went out of bounds. A golden opportunity for Lovington missed right there.
Barncastle to inbound it from over by the stands. He'll get it into Barola. Rivero on him. Barola picks up the basketball, gets it to Mestis. Still in the backcourt. He picks up the dribble. He'll push it forward. Barncastle is there.
Thought about the 3.
And then it'll be reaching out and giving him a hug. It'll be Pondo.
Pondo fouls, of course, on purpose. Lovington, the only chance now. 28.7 seconds left on the clock. 5-point lead by Goddard, TJ.
And so Barncastle at the line. It's a 2-possession lead. You've got time here. Two made free throws, though, by Barncastle make it 3 possessions. And in 28 seconds, not impossible, but improbable. So at the line is Eli Barncastle, his first trip to the stripe, and he gets it. So now it is 2 full possessions, 55-49. You got to have 2 trays, and you got to have them quick. And you got to keep Goddard right where they are, and he misses that one. Stays a two-possession ball game. Rivero with the rebound, brings it down to Criswell, left wing for three. It is off the mark, and it'll be Castillo with the rebound, and that will just about do it. As Lovington going to go over, and they are going to grab hold of Isaiah Mestis, and he'll walk down for the free throws.
16.9 seconds left in the game now. 55-49 the score.
So let's see who they're going to call it on for sure. They'll get Elijah Rivero, his first personal. And so back to the line goes Isaiah Mestis. He's 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And he'll miss that one, so it stays a two-possession game. I guess technically it's 7. It's still a two-possession game, but you got to make a 3 and get fouled and go for the very rare 4-point play.
Sorry, it's nice to feel the air conditioner kick on up here in the mezzanine. Air feels good, but it's making us cough here.
Second on the way, and Mestis does make it 7. Yeah, I turned my sinuses loose earlier. Over to JoJo. JoJo to Pondo, right corner for 3. It is off the mark. Rebound made by Gomez to Criswell for 3. That one is off the mark, and a whistle sounds.
Wow, 4 straight.
And it'll be on Lovington.
4 straight missed baskets
coming
for Lovington there.
So that'll do it. 7 down with 6 seconds to go. They're going to call the push foul on Micah Pondo. His third personal at this point, not that it really matters.
They're down by 8.
Josiah Castillo to the line. Yep, 8 points is 4 behind. So first one up, and it is good for Castillo.
Unfortunately, nails in the coffin there.
Yep. So now it'll be Lovington having to pretty much win out and then get some help in district. While Goddard controls their own fate. To Perez into the front court. Puts it up at the buzzer. The runner is no good. And that will do it as the Goddard Rockets knock off the favored Lovington Wildcats. Our final tonight, Goddard 59, Lovington 49. 10-point win for the Rockets. We'll be back to wrap this one up with your Western States Insurance postgame report. Wildcat basketball continues in a moment.
A smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Lovington Schools proudly supports their athletic teams and wants to encourage all teachers, students, and staff to keep pressing on. Wildcats, you are winners on and off of the court. Lovington Municipal Schools are proud of holding the utmost and highest standards. Go out there and be proud to be part of the Big Blue. For more information on what is happening now at Lovington Schools, log on to lovingtonschools.net and bet you won't be disappointed. Go Big Blue. 3 claps and a woo!
And welcome back to your Western States Insurance postgame report from Western States Insurance. Whether you need commercial or personal insurance, home, auto, life, health, Connie Severe and the crew at Western States Insurance right there in Lovington can get you taken care of. Our final score, Goddard 59, Lovington 49. Lovington outscored 21-8 in the fourth quarter and dropped to 0-2 in district. Just not getting it done tonight. Taking a quick look at the final numbers for the visiting Rockets. Ezekiel Barola leads the way. He has 19 points in the ball game. Also in double figures, Isaiah Mestis with 11. His free throws put it away late. Then 11 points for Eli Barncastle. The Rockets tonight go 11 of 15 from the free throw line. They turn the ball over 24 times, but it does not matter. In the end, they also won the rebounding battle. I hadn't counted those up yet, but it was probably about 30, quick look, say 37-30 on that one. Wow. So on the Lovington side of things, Cale Covington leads the way, 22 points and 16 rebounds before he fouled out of the ball game. 8 points for Micah Pondo, 6 points Danny Criswell, 4 points JoJo Perez, 2 points for Donovan Gomez, and 2 points for Elijah Rivero. That was it for the Wildcats scoring. They go 8 of 13 from the free throw line. They turn the ball over 18 times. And so now they'll drop to 13-9 on the year, but more importantly, 0-2 in district.
Wow. And as far as shooting from the floor goes, in that third quarter, Goddard shot 6 of 11, and in the fourth quarter, 6 of 10 for 12 of 21 in the second half. All total, they shoot 20 of 45 from the floor. They created so many more shooting opportunities for themselves with 12 total offensive rebounds. And for Lovington, they were 6 of 14 in the third quarter from the floor. They were 3 of 13 in the fourth quarter. They had so many missed opportunities. They missed 10 of their 13 shots from the floor in the fourth quarter, and that hurt a lot. They shot a total of 16 of 39. So Goddard with 6 more looks at the basket than Lovington. And as far as offensive rebounds, Goddard ended up with 12 total, and Lovington had 9.
So just going the way of Goddard, especially in the second half. Another case, I think, of woulda, coulda, shoulda. That's how they are going to look at it. But now you got to put it behind you as they start turning the lights out on us. So I guess we're going to have to wrap it up Friday night. Lovington girls and boys on the road.
That's
you
right.
will be
Portales.
up in Portales.
At Portales, that's right. So we'll have that game on Lovington Sports YouTube again and HobbsAmerica.com. And just to say, Lovington doing a lot of good things in that game, made it very exciting, and it was a much closer game than the 10-point margin at the end would indicate.
Certainly was. So we appreciate you being with us tonight, and we appreciate all of our great sponsors making Wildcat Sports possible. Bob's Thriftway, Lovington Schools, Stone Oilfield Services, Lovington Auto Supply, Master Plumbers, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Eunice Pump and Supply, Battle Energy Services, First American Bank of Lovington, and Western States Insurance. This has been your Western States post-game report. Friday night, 5:30 from the Ram Athletic Center in Portales. Be sure you join us there. For Tiff Stuber, keeping an eye and an ear on things, back at One Radio Square for Abigail Schaus shadowing and running the camera tonight. For my partner in crime, Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long and thanks for watching and listening to Lovington Wildcat basketball tonight. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.